Hey gamers, welcome back to another DSP video. This time around, we are gonna stick to games because we are gamers, and DSP has discussed the Game Awards, or at least like the trailers. He did talk about a little bit of the awards, and we'll get into that as well. So let's fucking go. Enough of this political bullshit until next week or whatever the fuck, and just focus on games because that's what we care about. Us gamers, okay? Sound good?
Yeah, the Game Awards, as for the awards last night, a lot of people were kind of shocked. Notably, Game of the Year went to Astrobot, which I
don't think it was that shocking. Astrobot won. I don't think that it didn't deserve it. I think as a game, it's great, and it's like a lot of fun. A lot of like stuff that felt like, hey, this is why I love video games. This is why I started playing video games in the first place. And Astrobot like succeeded in that. The only thing I always knock it down for is that it's like a celebration of all the corpses Sony has. Like, this is like the bleak part of like all these mergers is that they're gonna acquire all these licenses that are all gonna be like shoved in a closet somewhere to never see the light of day again. And that is like the most frustrating aspect of Astrobot. It's like, oh, look, you remember this Ape Escape? Remember that? Oh, remember Gravity Rush? Yeah, look at these games that we'll never touch again. And it's like, you could sit there and say, well, maybe the success of Astrobot will motivate Sony into reinvesting in these dead IPs or whatever, and maybe we'll actually get more variety of these kind of games from them. And that could happen, but it's a very slim chance. And that is my one complaint. It's like, all these people are like buttering it up, but it's like, the only thing I think that is gonna reasonably happen is we will just get more Astrobot, and there's nothing wrong with Astrobot necessarily, because it's a cool concept of like, oh, it's using like Sony stuff to like build a game around it, and that like the idea itself I think is interesting, but if that's the only way to experience like Ape Escape, Gravity Rush, I don't want it then. I just want Gravity Rush 3. I want like something like that. I don't need to experience it through Astrobot. That to me defeats the purpose of why I like these games, or what makes these references cool. It's like half the time it's like, oh, there's Whole Bad Guy from Guilty Gear. Okay, that's cool because that's a game that exists. I can play that right now. But if I play it, it's like, oh, there's like Ape Escape. Well, okay. It's like they might as well just throw in Zero from Drakengard 3 and then be like, oh, look, it's Zero from Drakengard. And it's like, I would like to play like that now, but I have to load my PS3 and then play this janky version. So that is my only complaint. It's not even like the game itself. Like that's why it's like, it is to a degree unfair to weigh a game down for that, because that's not really the fault of the game. It's the fault of like other factors that are not really like, no one's gonna develop a game and think about like, well, this company is not using this, because a lot of times I feel that maybe the intention is that, hey, this will show Sony that people care about these other IPs and maybe they'll reinvest in that. And I don't know, like it's really weird. But on the flip side, we have Capcom, who is now kind of interested in like reviving dormant IPs. Now, as hype as that sounds, I will also add a caveat, because they've done this before. They hyped up the idea of making a new Darkstalkers game to then just never do it. So, I'm hyped for where this is gonna lead, because on one hand, it's like Clover Studio's back. That's cool, and maybe we'll get like God Hand again and all these other stuff and Beautiful Joe, but that doesn't really tell me, oh, they're gonna do more Darkstalkers or anything like that. So we'll have to see what's gonna happen. I am curious, because no one just opens a studio for one game then shuts it down without shenanigans, basically. So we'll see what happens with that. We'll kind of get more to it in this video, so I'm getting ahead of myself. But that's what happens when we discuss Astrobot, obviously.
sorry, I'm never going to agree that Astrobot was game of the year. Astrobot was a solid and creative platform.
Now, I could understand, like, okay, maybe he just didn't like truly love it. Now, of course, this game was surrounded by low support and this and that. And he had to like bemoan his audience to support it. But when you look at what else was nominated, like I've not played Balatro, whatever the card game, like at all. So I don't even know if that's even worth it. I've heard good things about it. I just know a lot of people love this game, so it's like that's all I know of it. So if that won, I would be like, okay, that's cool. But it went to Astrobot, which I just think like the Game Awards I think is the funniest award show I've ever seen. Like it is always funny to me because people are mad that they added a DLC and a remake, like Silent Hill 2 or whatever, but they had a DLC. Like everyone was upset about Elden Ring. It's like okay, I can get that. And then it's like, okay, we'll give it to Astrobot. What the fuck? It went to this game? And it's like, and it's just kind of also funny. This is going to sound like a rant, I guess. But everyone was like dead set on the Game Awards having, like, pushing, like, woke bullshit, agenda stuff, and all this. And it's like, well, if that was the case, why didn't they, honestly, there was not a lot of, like, woke games that came out this year. I guess Drakengard. Oh my god, wrong game. Dragon Age. But I mean, realistically, I don't know. Honestly, I would have loved it if that got nominated. I love the outrage that game has. I'm like, okay, we'll see where this goes. And that would have been something else. But it went to Astrobot, and it's like there's nothing like. There was no controversy behind that game other than like the properties that are in it that are like dead. So it's like that was the only thing that people brought up in Astrobot. But it's like, whatever. But that won. And it's like, okay, well, this is an actual video game, guys. It's not like a linear storytelling. There's no yellow paint. You're just, doing a platformer. And now people are upset that won. I mean, whatever. So there was that. Versus the other years where it was just like everyone was like saying, "Oh, FromSoft will never win Game of the Year awards." Sekiro won, Elden Ring won. I think Elden Ring won. Did it, or did it lose to I don't remember if it came out at the same time as Baldur's Gate, because I know Baldur's Gate 3 won last year, and it's like, yeah, all these games that are not considered woke have won game of the year from this award show. It's a dumb award show. I mean, I'm not gonna sit there and say the award show is like brilliant. That's not the point. It's just that I don't think it's as like what's the word? Because I wouldn't well, I guess in short, I mean, I don't like saying it's a liberal agenda pushing or woke or anything like that, because I don't really believe that shit, but whatever. We'll say SJW liberal bullshit. Why not? And it's like these other games that are not that have won in the past. Like, I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is. That's like the most political take you'll get from this video, which is, whatever.
Former.
This isn't the first time I had this kind of take.
Saying that Astrobot was game of the year means that last year Super Mario Wonder was game of the year.
But see how dumb this logic is? Again, I can understand people saying, like, I don't think this should have won because it's a generic platformer, or it didn't really reinvent the wheel, or whatever. Like, it didn't resonate with people. I can understand that, or that they may have thought this other game was more game of the year. I've seen some people say Black Myth Wukong, Balatro, Metaphor. In my opinion, that should have won. I don't give a fuck. I know I didn't beat it, but it's still a great game. I would have given it to Metaphor easy, no questions asked. And that should have won, honestly. But his reasoning for why he doesn't think Astrobot should have won was because Mario Wonder lost last year. Now, these are like the same genre, but they both accomplish different things with what they're made on. Like, Astrobot uses the DualSense gimmicks, like haptic feedback, the rumble, the adaptive triggers, all this stuff. Like, it utilizes all of this stuff, and has all the replay value. It got people talking about the game. Like there was a lot of stuff that was like surrounding that game. Meanwhile, Mario Wonder, that was a good game, but it's like, okay, it's a side-scrolling Mario game. Like there really wasn't anything like groundbreaking or anything other than like, they added like a badge system to it, which was kind of cool. Like it did different stuff with the power-ups, and there was like weird stuff it was doing with the foreground, background, that kind of stuff. Like the platforming itself was kind of cool, but these are two separate, different kind of games, and people can feel differently about either of them. So this dude, it's the same shit with how he feels about game reviews. Well, you can't give a game in a series this if you gave the previous game this score. It's like that doesn't make any sense. Like these are like these reviews are reflecting the games specifically. Like why restrict the rating to a game based on other factors or anything? Like that doesn't make any sense. But whatever.
It's literally that simple. You can't say that one creative platformer is game of the year when the year before there was a game that was of equivalent quality, but you're saying that wasn't game of the year. It doesn't make sense. Okay? So just the game of the year pick made absolutely no sense whatsoever.
Like, I don't understand. Like, then with that logic, like, why go to other genres? Why not just award the same genre game? Oh, well, since last year was a platformer, this year we'll have to go to another platformer. Or whatever. Like, that's really dumb. Because with this logic, if there's another platformer in the running, I guess it has to go to a platformer. I don't know. This is a really dented take. It makes no sense. It's not based on the merit of a game. It's based on just like what he did previously. Why does he have this like thought process of like past thing good, therefore this other thing has to be good based on that or something? Like that's not how anything works.
A lot of the awards went to stuff. Best performance. The woman in freaking Double Blade 2. It's like, what?
What?
Did you fucking play the game?
Does he know what a good performance is, by the way? Because he hated the game for the gameplay. He never talks about the performance.
I don't think you
half
did.
The time.
Because there were
and I don't think he understands good performance, honestly. I don't trust this guy at all.
A lot of games with great performances this year. I mean, just on the top of my head, Silent Hill 2 had some great performances. The main character playing James did a really good job in that game. And you're going to tell me that just because...
But like, James is based on like a character, though. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, the performance there could be like voice acting, sure. So that is a performance, and I don't know if he was nominated, though. Was he nominated? I feel like he was, but whatever. I don't give a fuck.
This woman used fucking mocap again for the second time.
What does, like, why does he use mocap again? Like, does he understand what mocap is? They're performing and they're recording lines at the same time, so they're actually acting in like, the game. I gotta hear this again.
Had some great performances. The main character playing James did a really good job in that game. And you're going to tell me that just because this woman used fucking mocap?
So he's kind of like diminishing the actress's performance because she used a piece of technology called motion capture, which everyone in the industry uses. Why are we belittling someone's performance because they use motion capture? With that logic, almost every Sony game should be written off, right, for having motion capture, but it's still a performance. This dude is so stupid. And I guarantee this guy has the same like mentality of like, animation isn't real, or like it's not real art, or that voice acting isn't real acting, even though it is, whatever. Like he's that kind of boomer that doesn't consider, like, he considers stuff that's on the internet not real in any meaningful way. He says that it's real and this and that, but that only is to benefit him. Because otherwise, like, he doesn't shave because he doesn't consider the people who watch him as real people. So it's like, it's that kind of mentality.
Again, for the second time, and it's the same fucking game a second time, she's the best performer? Like, what are you talking about?
But she was performing in the game, though. She was acting in the game, right?
I don't know. Like, again, but these awards, I have to remind everyone, they're not official.
What award is official? Even the Oscars isn't an official award. It has the prestige of being an official award because it has a lot of market value and all this other stuff. The Game Awards, to a degree, has that as well. To be honest, like you can look at other game developers who have talked about this, and I'm pretty sure they get like a bump in sales, after the award season, and this and that. But it's not like official in the sense of like these are sanctioned awards, because you really in a realistic sense can't do that, because what would make any award official, right? Whatever. It's just the prestige and clout that people like are really focused on with these things.
They don't mean anything.
They don't mean anything. As this guy was saying, it's bullshit that
They're just a bunch of
Astrobot
journalists
won.
voting on stuff. It's not the consensus. It's not how gamers actually feel. It's just what journalists voted on.
But
And
how
as we-
does he know? What if I, a gamer, agree with what was awarded? Like, they awarded a Metaphor Best Art Direction. I think that was a good choice. That made sense. Okay, and you know, a lot of people like to dog on game journalists, and you know, whatever. You think whatever you want, but at the end of the day, they are also playing the video game, and they can also have an opinion. Just, you know, honestly, just because you disagree with how a journalist plays the game, like, at most I think what people are like upset with that is that they're propagating their opinion, and then people will listen to their opinion and then like base their own opinion on that, which, you know, I think that's not really the fault of the journalist that this happens. I think that's just the issue of just people reading stuff and be like, this must be true or whatever, and not like trying it themselves. Like I wouldn't say people should base their experience on like, or enjoyment of media on what journalists say. If you agree with them, fine. If you disagree with them, fine too. But it's like, journalists are just playing the games, and they're having their opinion, and they're voting, and they're saying all this stuff because that's their opinion, their experience with something. Like, you know, I booted up Elden Ring recently, and I was like, you know what, I don't vibe with this. I don't think it's that fun. Like, I think the exploration is kind of the fun aspect of it, but some of the challenge, it just demotivates me from of keep playing. That's my opinion, and I'll like stand by that, and I'll say that everywhere if I really want to. But that shouldn't tell you to not try the game. That I'm just telling you what I think about it, and that's honestly what a journalist sets out to do. I mean, people can have their own opinion about it, sure, but I think it's kind of like a degree unfair to just say that a game journalist opinion aren't real because they're game journalists. Like, we're gatekeeping video games, which is aimed at everyone without your regardless.
we know, more and more increasingly, these games journalists are of one mind, one mentality, pushing to one direction with one kind of agenda, and they don't really represent.
What is the agenda behind Astrobot, though? What is the end point? They give Astrobot Game of the Year. What do they mean by this then? What is the agenda they're pushing? That they want more platformers? Which I've seen other people say for years, that they want more of these kind of games. Honestly, I feel like it's a lose-lose for journalists everywhere. They can honestly vote for anything, and people will say there's an agenda behind it, regardless of what they vote for. Like, this is honestly why there's like a weird hostility between gamers and journalists, it seems. It just seems that journalists can do whatever, and they will always be in the wrong regardless.
Gamers as a whole. So therefore, I don't really see the whole point of really caring about what won the awards. You know, for me, the Game Awards is an opportunity to announce a bunch of new games, and that's what happened. Like, a bunch of trailers and things dropped, and that was really cool.
Oh, wait until you hear what you.
But outside of that, I don't really care about anything else at that award show. Really, I mean, during my break yesterday between streams, I turned it on my phone. It played like 17 ads in a row.
Oh my god, ads?
An ad for
Man, imagine turning onto a streamer, right? Like Darks Vidal, and you just sit through ads like, guys, the Vest Streak, the King Streak, the King's Tax, guys, I want to eat Popeyes, guys, let's eat Popeyes together.
Star Wars Outlaws, which is hilarious. It's got like things, oh, it's the best game ever, blah, blah. Dude, Star Wars Outlaws tanked No one bought it, and it was nominated for no awards. Why do we believe a paid ad that you're running during the Game Awards
What if they
where the
forgot-
game just got
Uh,
snubbed?
what if they forgot the game came out, right? He always says that the Game Awards forget about games that came out. Oh man, this guy. This fucking guy.
Why would we think it's a good game?
Why do you think it's a good game?
You know, again, the Game Awards are a way for Jeff Keighley to launch a
what game?
paid ad that you're running during the Game
Oh,
Awards where
Star
the game
Wars.
just got snubbed. Why would we think it's a good game?
Dude, a lot of good games get snubbed by the Game Awards. And this dude is like, why would we think it's a good game? It's not the Game Awards. I thought it was not official, but there's also good stuff that don't make it to awards anyway. This dude always talks about, they didn't put this, like, dude, Hogwarts Legacy didn't go into the Game Awards. And this dude is like saying, well, this game didn't go in, so see, it's not that good. Hogwarts Legacy never went to the Game Awards either. Huh?
You know, again, the Game Awards are a way
I
for
guess
Jeff
it
Keighley
was a
to
bad
line
game
his
after
pockets
all.
with money. This is why he does the awards in early
I
December.
love that he acts as if like this was like a money-making venture for Jeff Keighley. Dude, these shows cost a lot of money. I don't think he made like millions off it. He probably made millions, but all that went to like financing the fucking thing. He acts as if this was like a cheap venture. Like he's like Jeff is doing this in a little gamer room. Imagine if that's what happens. Like the Game Awards starts having like the worst years imaginable. No one turns up, no one watches, and this like it just has a sharp decline. And Jeff is forced to do this little Game Awards in his little room. Hi guys, welcome to the Game Awards. We're doing this homemade style in my gamer room. We love to talk about games. Sadly, none of the developers that are nominated were able to make it, but we don't have a physical award to give them anymore. But we will email them a gift card to Best Buy.
Rather than January, and why a ton of games like Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, Marvel Rivals, Path of Exile 2 will never be considered for any awards because they all released in December. Guess what? Game Awards just cuts off and doesn't allow games in December to be nominated. So no one will remember those games next year, and those games will never get awarded anything just because of their release date. That's fucked up, and it just shows how not official the Game Awards are.
That's fucked up. But what
So
about
there you go.
how does the Oscars work? I mean, does he even know how movies get into the Oscars? Because that I always thought it was just like they just took the best movies of the year or whatever the fucking put them in the Oscars for the longest time, and then I realized that it's actually kind of bullshit. Because it's like it has to be in theaters for a certain amount of time, and other factors. But I know like it had to be in theaters for a set amount of time is a big factor, and I think that's kind of bullshit. You know, it's like, dude, not every movie can because it leads to companies like Disney to just flood the box office with their fucking Marvel stuff, and that may like cut off other movies from having a chance to be even nominated, I think. But whatever, I don't know. I don't know if there's any other. I think that, but I do think there's other factors. Like it can't just be amount of time. Maybe money's involved. Probably. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Not a Wabbit did a $5 super
be
chat.
submitted to.
A lot of this can be figured out if you did tests off the clock. Wrong, because the malfunctions happen when I'm on the clock.
Wrong.
I love when people try to armchair quarterback shit when they had absolutely nothing about it.
Time.
Like you can just by saying that, you've proven you have absolutely no concept of how to stream.
What happened?
Okay,
this
how
day?
can I tell if there's going to be an issue with me streaming unless the stream is on? How can I tell when magically my system will desync? And then I have to resync it. I don't know when that's going to happen. I don't know if it's even going to happen. How could I have predicted that today when I went to use my laptop, it would...
But, you know, I'm sure this was a long-standing issue about desyncing with stuff, and he could just look at online to see if people found out a way to, like, reduce it.
freeze. So what you're saying is stupid.
We're
But
saying
thanks for the $5 super chat. Oh,
All right.
okay.
We're going to do schedule, right?
Anyway. So, watch a whole...
All right, I think this is gonna talk about bullshit. We're gonna speed through By the way, he totally did not pre-watch the Elden Ring trailer.
It'd be great if we could get more variety in that way, particularly on the Kick side. Like I said, I've seen way less support on Kick. It would be great to get some over there today in that regard. And of course, every contribution you get a shout out. I would hope
it is so funny that how regard has changed. Like everyone's using it for like a stand-in for the Arsler dude, and now every time I hear him say regard, I just think that it's like, oh man, and who are we talking about, DSP?
That today we could hit the goal, and we can add at least another one to the counter and get us up to 7 for today. Whether it's today on the podcast and the Bloodborne stream, we're to do today. Well, I think a lot of people were very excited to see this announced. We're freaking out. Let's do.
I love that DSP saying that they're excited, but I guarantee you, if this didn't get a positive reception, he probably would have hated it. I can't believe they're doing for Elden Ring. Look, guys, I love FromSoft, but I want to be the Elden Ring developer now. Because he did kind of say that, like when they were saying that Elden Ring was a huge success for FromSoft, and he was like very skeptical.
Do it, ladies and gentlemen. Live reacting right now to the Elden Ring Night Rain trailer.
All right, let's go. Okay, he's thinking some
looks familiar.
Oh, okay. This is how he reacts because he doesn't do. Wow! Blue flames! The blue flames of dragons!
What is that mysterious flame?
Oh. No, he did do that, actually. But you know, honestly, this reaction is so, like... It's not even good. Because he's literally just watching after all of the amazement is gone. Like, on the other hand, if he didn't do this, he would just explain. Okay, so it starts off with the Libgrave map, okay? And then, like, it shows, like, blue flames, and then, like, people running. Like, he would just explain the trailer. So, like, this does save some time because we don't have to sit through him explain the trailer to us. But it's like, the whole thing why people like watching people react to stuff is to see if this is something that they care about. But this dude is like so tainted by like, I don't like he doesn't want to do that, right? But he doesn't have to do that though either. You know, like I don't know, like with DSP, it's like you have to explain how to be a human, and it's like it's so annoying. You get some digga-diggas. Oh, is he trying to see if the K button paused the video?
We got those points of grace, but it looks like it's about to get burned up.
Oh no!
Seekers of redemption. You
Yes.
Yes! Guess what? What?
So there's flying mounts now. Interesting.
Interesting. Spiders confirmed, guys. We got spiders.
Look at that. What was that? Oh. So did you see what that was? Hold on. Did you see what that just was?
Did you see that?
How do you go back a step? Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
I just want to go back to that boss they just showed.
Wow.
Do you see what that is? Take a look at what that boss
this
is.
the slow way, whatever.
You
Look at the
recognize
boss.
it?
Remember this?
That boss is the centipede
Look!
demon
Look!
from Dark Souls 1. Isn't it?
Whoa.
Yeah, that's the
He totally
centipede
did not
demon
read on Twitter that, guys, there's Dark Souls bosses in this game.
from Dark Souls 1 in Elden Ring. What?
What?
What is a Dark Souls boss doing in Elden Ring?
Aww.
Co-op gameplay. They're
Co-op.
teaming up to double team the enemies.
Yeah, see, this is just another. He's like, oh my god, this dude found another way to be waste time. So before he would just explain the trailer, now he's watching the trailer and then explaining the trailer as we're watching it. And dude, wouldn't you think that you'd be a little surprised that there's like co-op in a fucking FromSoft game to this extent?
Look at this, you can fly now.
He just said this. He said he could fly.
Damn,
It's not really flying though. That's like kind of like falling, jumping good or whatever.
Tragedy must be averted.
Who's this? Who's this character?
We must stop the election.
And for that, I need your help.
We must stop the tragedy of The Last of Us 3 from being made.
Wall running. Look familiar?
Wait, this is wall running? Let's see that again. I gotta look at this again, guys. Okay. That's not really wall running. That's just kind of like
wall
whatever.
Running. Look familiar? Wall running from Sekiro is in the game.
Dude, this is so annoying. Wall running from Sekiro. It was just a dude like this climbing up a wall. I mean, that could be in any game.
It's getting pretty interesting, don't you think?
The night is far from over.
Is there a grappling hook? That would be more interesting.
Look familiar?
Look familiar?
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Nameless King, the hardest secret boss from Dark Souls 3. He's in Elden Ring. What is going on here?
Dude, this dude, when he was playing Elden Ring, I remember I think it was Nameless King. I think it was. Because he was like, guys, look at this dragon. This dragon looks just like Nameless King, but he can't fly or whatever. And he was having like a field day with theorizing what it would be, even though like, you know, it's DSP. What's he doing?
Little pillager. Bent on
Little pillager, you.
I will swallow.
That's a new boss, it looks like. That looks like a dragon that has a worm-like mouth. That's a new monster.
Away any and all who dare approach.
Oh, dude, it's the dude from Persona. That demon.
Look at this.
Barrett?
Cerberus boss.
Whatever. No, not Barrett.
By the way, look where you are.
You know what I mean.
Doesn't this look like the desert that you fight Radon in? Only it looks like a different version of it, perhaps?
Okay.
Bands
Now you're fighting 3 of them at once. 3 of the Cerberus guys at once. Holy shit.
together and
Whoa!
prepare to play.
Holy shit!
The life of the Night Lord.
The Night Lord? Who's the Night Lord?
Who's the Night Lord?
Elden Ring Night Rain.
Dude, I got it. You'll get to the Night Lord, and then he's gonna take off his little helmet. He's gonna wear a helmet. He's gotta hide his identity. He's gonna take it off, and it's gonna be Star-Lord. And then, this is how Elden Ring gets into the MCU. That's gonna happen. And then Disney will get involved, and then they'll finally put in Miss Marvel, because maybe that's what maybe that's what Miss Marvel needs. You know, Miss Marvel has been a failing movie that can't go anywhere. Put her in Elden Ring. Let's see. You know, I'm just saying. Let's see what happens, because dude, Night Lord, Star Lord, very similar.
So that's it. And there's so much speculation on the internet about this right now. Like, seriously, there's an absolute
And it's gonna mock it, right?
ridiculous
Yes,
amount of speculation on the internet about this game.
isn't even out
Okay, from
yet.
what we know, the game is co-op. Okay, I think they said it was 3-player co-op. And you go through this world, and it's actually a roguelike. It's a freaking FromSoft roguelike.
Whoa.
The goal is to survive 3 days in a world where I guess that night fire is like it's following you and trying to kill you, so you have to constantly be moving to try to survive. And there's actually going to be a whole bunch of bosses and mini bosses that you have to fight.
Right. Okay.
And at the end of the 3-day survival, okay, basically there's a super boss fight that shows up. So basically what we were seeing there, some of those bosses, like possibly Nameless King, might be the super boss you have to fight at the end of the 3 days to survive and win the round or whatever you're gonna call
win the
it.
round, win the day.
But the wild thing
Win the
about
day,
it is,
milady.
it's a real game. It's not like, oh, it's a fuck around game. It's a real game. Now, will it actually be canon in the lore of the FromSoft universes?
I don't know what he means by it's not a fuck around game. It is kind of a fuck around game. They're just taking assets, putting into like into an asset that already exists. That's kind of like, this is kind of the shit I liked about Persona 3 FES added the answer. And I said this when I first played it in my old like Persona 3 the answer video. I kind of liked that it reused assets in this kind of way that to me I thought was kind of clever, because it was actually like it told a unique story. It was very like basic with whatever, but it felt different in a weird way. Like it was just like, okay, this feels kind of fresh, but it's not fresh. It's a very unique addition to Persona 3 that you could tell that it didn't get a lot of focus, but it got enough just to like have its unique feel. And that's what this kind of reminds me of, because it's like, okay, let's just take this game you already made with these other things you've already made and just throw them in, because I'm pretty sure these are all running on the same engine. And so yeah, just put them here. Yeah, just do this. Add fire. Okay, there you go. Because they already said it's gonna be a low budget game. It's not gonna be a full $60, $70 game, so it's probably gonna be like 40, 50. So that to me just says like, yeah, they just reused assets. So it is a fuck around game. I don't know what he means by it's a real game and not a fuck around game. I mean, it could be a fuck around in other ways. It's real in the sense that it's made by the actual developers. It's not like a mod or anything. I guess that's what he means. Like, oh, this isn't a mod, but it's like, yeah, no official developers make mods. I mean, they do on the side hustle, but they're not making mods like this. It's just it's its own game kind of thing. So I don't know what he means, unless he means like DLC is a fuck around. I don't know.
I don't know. How do you have Dark Souls characters crossing over with Elden Ring when we've been told completely straightforwardly by FromSoft they're different universes? They have no relation. It's not the same timeline or anything. But now the characters are crossing over.
Yeah, this
right?
is a spinoff.
The other thing is I like how they have Sekiro gameplay in there. So there's wall running and maybe
he likes it as Sekiro gameplay. The gameplay he said it's a one-trick pony. He loves it now. He loves Sekiro. I can't wait for them to announce Sekiro 2, and he's gonna suddenly slurp it up with some cynicism. Well, I like Sekiro 1, but maybe Sekiro 2 is gonna be really good. And he's gonna base off of this, I bet. So like they took Sekiro gameplay and improved in Elden Ring Night Rain. So maybe Elden Ring Sekiro 2 is gonna build upon that, man. Guarantee he's gonna do that kind of shit.
Carrying from Sekiro in the same game that's going to have Dark Souls and Elden Ring gameplay too.
But
Some
the parry
people
system
are saying
that doesn't make any sense though, because the parry system in Sekiro is completely different. It has its own meter and everything. I didn't see the meter gauge thing that Sekiro had in this trailer at all.
If you could see Night Rain, well, that means that the Ronnie ending is legit and true. So when Ronnie took over, it created a dimensional rift, and now the dimensions are bleeding into each other. People are just making stuff up. There's no evidence of any of that Ronnie's...
I love that he's like trying to say that everyone's making stuff up, as this dude also doesn't know, and these people are just speculating. He's mocking people speculating, but it's like that's kind of half the fun about watching stuff. Like, man, I'm so glad this dude is so far removed from Yoko Taro's nonsense, because I think he would probably be driven crazy, because there's a lot of funny stuff in Nier. The fact that like there's also stories in the concerts is like, who's doing it like Yoko Taro, I tell you.
Ending is the canon ending, and that this actually is really happening in the FromSoft universe. We have no idea. Okay?
No idea.
But the idea of an Elden Ring co-op roguelike crossover game is pretty nuts, I would say.
Nuts?
And I'm absolutely looking at it and like, wow, this looks interesting to me.
But why is
and
he
normally,
interested in this? It has co-op.
For me, I would look at a game like this and be like, oh, that's a cash-in. But I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm actually pretty excited for this game.
Oh.
I'm excited to see what they put in it, to have modern versions of...
No, you know what? You know what he's hyped for? The money, baby. He knows FromSoft always gives him the money. That's why he's hyped. If this was any other game, let's say God of War did this. He'd like, I don't know, man. I guess they technically did that with Ascension, but I don't know if that's necessarily the same. But whatever. They do like a co-op game, and he would say, the new God of War. Okay, there we go. And he'd be like, no, I don't know, man. I like God of War for the story. I'm not feeling the multiplayer, man. But man, he's gobbling it, man.
Of these boss fights from the older Dark Souls games with a modern engine, better graphics, you know. Now, the one thing I'm worried about is the co-op, and the reason I say that, I'll tell you why. FromSoft has never done a good job with their co-op or their invasion system or any of that. It's always laggy as shit, you know. So I'm nervous about that. But if they seriously, you know, put time into it and make it work, this could be a hugely successful game next year. And they've confirmed it's co-op, but you can also play it solo. There is a full solo mode where you don't have to have other people with you.
Man,
so you can do it both ways. So, I mean, that could be very interesting. Apparently, there's going to be a network test. Now, I'm getting conflicting information because I saw last night they said network test was in February, but now someone on the Kick side says, oh, the network test is in January. I would love to get into the network test to mess around with it and see what it's like, but I don't know if I'll get in.
Okay.
It looks pretty good to me.
All right.
Seriously, it looks pretty good to me.
If he's
I'm excited for
whatever.
that.
He can't just,
you know,
whatever.
I don't think anyone expected it. I certainly didn't.
As he's led astray, he did research supposedly of when it is, and then someone says, no, it's January. He's already like, oh, it's January? I don't know, man. Like,
I thought they were going to announce like another game. You know, I didn't think it was going to be, look at this mishmash game of all the universes together, combining all the gameplay elements, bosses, and everything. Like, that's wild.
It's not like
it's kind of like a dream situation, is it not? Isn't it like a dream match situation? It's kind of weird. So I'm excited for it. I wonder when it'll come out. They're saying 2025, and
it comes out
great.
January 1st.
We'll have to definitely look into it. You know me, I'm all over FromSoft content. I'll definitely will check this out. Okay?
Yeah, huge fan.
Cool.
Slurps it up.
Okay, a couple of shout outs.
He doesn't watch the live trailer? Wow.
There was a gifted sub.
I mean, I like how... I'm gonna have a hot take. I don't know why people are upset that Clive is in Tekken 8.
Layer. Very
like,
nice.
I think he's better than
Noctis
over there. Yeah, I said it. Noctis fucking sucks. Fuck Noctis.
I appreciate
Get him out of here. Clive, hey man, he at least he has a cool design.
Gotta lay those dongs out. And then we got a $2 super chat from J-Man. You're an inspiration to me as a YouTuber. Well, thank you.
I mean, I get the anger that it's not Tifa. I get that. I vibe with that. I feel that.
Oh, actually,
but Clive isn't bad.
Just hit noonish here.
I mean, guys, Clive is
the first Final Fantasy that I'm interested in. The next one,
they're not gonna do old shit like Tifa.
It's kind of an interesting premise. You ready
like
for
Soul
this
Calibur.
One? I don't think anyone was expecting.
Put her in Soul Calibur,
me included. So this game is the new game from the makers of Sifu.
It says it right here. So you already watched this.
And it looks like it's too loud. Hold on.
Get a load of it. Get a load to why he's hyped for this game.
It looks like Sifu, except what the heck is this?
What the heck is this?
It certainly doesn't play like Sifu, that's for sure.
Wow. So
I'll be honest here.
This is so annoying. This kind of gag he does, this little joke. Dude, it's not to be like, yeah, man. Yeah, they made Sifu. It's obviously not. Like, you don't... Like, come on.
I'm not a big fan of sports. I'm not a big fan of football or soccer, whatever you want to call it.
Football or soccer.
This looks fun. Like, this looks like arcadey fun to me. Big, colorful arenas where the setting changes.
This dude, you put, like, shiny keys in front of him and he'll, like, stare at you. He's like a fucking cat. Dude, look at the colors! As
you're either playing or you can change it on the fly, maybe? I don't know. 5 versus 5. And it looks to me kind of like a more realistic, not realistic, but a more true-to-form sports game like Rocket League, you know?
True-to-form sports game like Rocket League. But he will never play an actual, like FIFA and play that online or any of that because you need to be, like, an athlete to play those games for some reason. Because that makes a lot of sense. Like... When you actually do the sport, you'll understand the button pushes. You don't even need to do the tutorial. You just know. You look at the controller, you know what to do.
Looks good. Rematch. Doesn't it look good? Like, to me, here's the thing.
It
That's
just looks
going
very,
to fit
like...
a hole
What hole?
That hole that we're looking for a game that's maybe sports but not super serious. Like,
What hole? What? No one. I don't think anyone was asking for DSP to play a game like this.
right now you could play, a game like FIFA or something like that.
What?
But this game is for the more casual crowd. This
Casual people can play FIFA. Like,
game is for the
whatever.
Rocket League players. That's exactly what this is. And you might say, well, I don't get it. We already have Rocket League.
He's trying to like face off with like children. That's what this is.
Well, FIFA may have adults play it. I don't want to play against adults.
Yeah, you do. And Rocket League is like almost 10 years old now. You realize that, right? So this is going to be a game that I feel is going to take over for Rocket League. It'll be the more casualized football
Really?
game. But think of it this way.
How long did Rocket League last, by the way? I don't think it lasted that long to be like a big contender for like this at all, even in his own content. But I don't think Rocket League was that big. I mean, it got big here and there, but I don't know.
All right, here's how I want you to think about it. This game is going to
Okay,
take
listen to
over
this.
for Rocket League. It'll be
Listen
the
to
more
this.
casualized football game. But think of it this way. All right.
This I will let you know. This is what kind of like I was thinking of doing a video about this. I wasn't sure because like, well, I was just watching gameplay trailers, but this sat in my head. This and like the Intergalactic trailer, those two things sat in my head all week, and I was like, should I do a video about this? And then today I was like, no, fuck it, I'm doing a video.
All right, here's how I want you to think about it.
Okay, this is how he wants us to think about this game.
This game has tremendous licensing potential.
Licensing potential. This dude, this fucker. This dude is so hyped for a game off of the idea that he gets to point at the screen. Dude, it's this character from this property. This is what I said about multiverses. This dude loves these fucking license references. That's what he hate about Starfield. Go back to watch like the last leg of the Starfield or like the end where he talks about. I did a video on it too because it was goofy as fuck. That he said that Starfield shouldn't have done the multiverse stuff because there was nothing for him to point at and say, dude, it's another version of this character I love so much or whatever. And I'm just like, dude, you realize like I said about, you watch everything ever all at once. You're not watching them like, dude, it's Superman. It's like it's telling a story and like the multiverse stuff plays into like the story with it. And it's like, oh, okay, wow, emotional, right? But then but this dude is like, look at this soccer match and it's like they could put properties in it. And this is shit he has dogged on Fortnite for doing, by the way. Fortnite has done this for years. Like, they pioneered it to an extent. And he shat on it. And I'm very curious if he shat on Street Fighter 6 for having guest characters. And like... It's this dude, man. Look at him. He's like, dude... License... Look how disgusting this sounds.
It'll be the more casualized football game. But think of it this way.
This is so slimy businessman shit. It's so disgusting.
All right, here's how I want you to think about it. This game has tremendous licensing potential.
This is the most CEO fucking mindset ever. I'm telling you, this dude LARPs as if he cares about the fucking devs. No, he doesn't. He cares about the fucking CEOs, man. If he was sitting at the CEO table, he would go with whatever the CEOs say. Should we crunch the employees and max profits, or should we actually let them see their families? And he'd say, max profits, dude. Yeah. And then there you go. And then he would definitely say it's a hard decision, man, because this dude's a fucking CEO dreamer. He wishes he was a CEO, man. It's so disgusting. He sees a game and it's like they could put licensing potential. Dude, fucking get a life.
You notice it was just under Sony, right? So imagine.
Oh my god. And you know what? Tevin highlighted this and it stuck in my head. I'll never not forget it now. When he was hyping multiverses. Okay, multiverses. Think Steven Universe versus Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Okay, Batman versus Scooby-Doo. You have Gremlin from Trolls, or whatever the fuck. Gadget from Gremlins, Trolls, whatever the fuck. Versus Steven Universe. Like, it's just that shit. That fucking shit, man. And this dude is like, okay, yes, Sony, Ratchet and Clank versus God Kratos. I'm like, come on, man. And you know what? Super Smash Brothers did this, and he was like, yeah, man, I don't care. But get this though. Super Smash Brothers is a mishmash of video game characters. The thing he hates the most. Unless it's Sony, then cool shit, right?
Imagine you can get Sly Cooper on this field facing off against Kratos.
This is the multiverse pitch. This is literally a multiverses pitch. This dude is so fucking slimy. Ugh.
Right?
Right?
Imagine the licensing potential. Imagine if this game becomes the Fortnite of football.
Fortnite of football. Even though he fucking hates Fortnite, right? It's a kid's game.
Where it has all these crossovers. All the backgrounds can be different game franchises. All the characters can be skins.
This dude is so disgusting. So disgusting.
They can have emotes on the field dancing.
Oh my god, now he wants dancing! This dude has shat on this in any game! God of War, now he loves in Call of Duty, which he actually hated for a while, but now he loves it in Call of Duty, to be fair. He hated Fortnite. He was mocking Fortnite for the flossing dance. And now he's like dancing in a football game. This dude is so fucking, like, has no dignity. Not even for something he gets nothing out of. He's selling out for Sony at this point. No, the devs of Rematch, he's selling out for them. And they may not even be interested in that. And he's like, guys, you could sell out. You could sell out to Sony completely. Guys, why don't you sell out? This dude is so slimy. And this is the guy that also says that he's not a sellout. This dude would sell out faster than you could blink if he could. If someone came up to him and said, Phil, I'll, like, and Keemstar is Keemstar. Yeah, he has a whole, like, baggage associated with Keemstar, which is why he didn't want to do that, because it was a thing that he could, like, kind of, like, flex on. But if a real game company told him, Phil, we will give you $1 million if you tattoo our name on your head, he'd do it. He'd do it without thinking about it. Like, he'd do it. He'd just do it for them. Not for Keem, though, because Keemstar is an individual and not a company. Not an established IP like Warner Brothers or Sony or Nintendo. But no, he wouldn't do Nintendo because fuck Nintendo. But if Sony or Warner Brothers, whatever, came up to him to do that, he'd sell it for them easy, no questions asked. Keemstar is an individual that you can feel one way or the other about, and that's enough for DSP to turn down easily. But if he was a company that had a lot of actors behind or whatever the fuck, he would. But Keemstar is a person, so fuck that.
After they score, right? This game has that potential. I definitely see it. So I guess we'll see what happens. Because I feel like there is a need for something like this. It's a sports game, but not ultra serious. We've seen with a game like Rocket League that something like that can work. So I definitely think that this could actually work. If that's the case, if that's what they're going for, I guess we'll find out. It comes out in the summer. I'm genuinely interested in it. I am. This might be a game that I might play and casually enjoy. I'm certainly not going to get like hardcore into it.
You're gonna hype this up as a chill stream.
But I saw this trailer. I was like, that's something that would catch me. Like, I don't care about the sim aspects of like FIFA, but a game like that actually would attract a casual player like me, I feel, to a sports game. So there you go.
There you go.
Okay. Let's see here. I received my first tip of the day, a $4.20 tip from Poopy Pee Pee Pants. Will I ever play Code Vein? No.
Oh, great name.
No, I will not.
Why?
Not unless we hit 200 goals hit.
Oh yeah, because that's anime, and may have a woman with boobs in it.
200 goals hit. I will
and that's
play
scary.
Code
It was
Vein.
really
I don't
weird
think
he
anyone
added that
actually wants
about
that.
Code
So I
Vein
think-
when it's like, you know,
I don't think that's a
whatever.
Code Vein actually legit is not a very good game. It's just okay. I played the beta.
Did he play
And
it? I don't even
no
remember
one
him
really
playing the
liked me
beta.
playing the beta. But then when people found out I had big anime boobies later, they all wanted me to play it.
I gotta hear this again.
Good game. It's just okay. I played the beta.
This anime boobies thing, I remember him kind of bringing it up out of the blue, and I was like, "Who the fuck said this? Like, it's a it's a Soulsborne like anime game, and he just added boobies for no reason."
And no one really liked me playing the beta. But then when people found out I had big anime boobies later, they all wanted me to play it.
Does it have anime boobies? Or are we just saying that because there's women in it? See how much of a bad narrator he is? And I guarantee someone was like fucking with him. If he's basing himself on what people told him, he's probably getting fucked with. Because it's a fucking it's a Soulsborne clone. Whatever.
That was the only reason why, though. Like, the game itself is not very good. It's very repetitive. So, PP Pants. I'm going to call him
Man.
PP. Wait a minute. PP Pants is
Oh,
triple
man.
P? Wait, wasn't it Poopy PP Pants?
Oh, man.
Poopy? Poopy PP Pants. Poopy PP Pants.
Wow. He loved that
There we
name.
go.
Remember when he said he wouldn't read these names out unless they tipped like $5? I mean, he did $4.20. That's like close enough, I guess. But he's been going back. He went back on that pretty quickly
All right, anyway.
because money
ridiculous.
talks, baby. Woo!
Okay, let's continue on. Our next trailer. This is a long one, so I'm probably just gonna let it play for a lot and just talk. But finally, ladies and gentlemen,
Ladies and gentlemen,
we have information about
Now-
Witcher 4.
Now, people thought he was gonna be like disappointed or shut on Witcher 4 because of Cyberpunk, but guys, he became a fantasy medieval fanboy overnight. He, for some reason, absolutely loves this setting for whatever reason. But because because if you go back to watch him talk about Cyberpunk, he did say,
I don't want that to do with Cyberpunk. I just want Witcher. I like Witcher setting more. It's
because he already forgot like that Witcher also has like adult themes in it, I guess, but it is medieval, so it's more like cool, I guess. So that's why, the only way you would hate Witcher 4 was if it was like said in modern times.
Finally, I have not seen this yet, so let's watch it together.
And it's a sequel to a game that everyone likes, so like gets to hide behind
Cinematic
that.
trailer pre-rendered in the Unreal
cetera.
Engine, running on an unannounced graphics card. That's pretty funny.
From a
Okay.
devilishly curious child into a remarkably young lass with much grace, wisdom,
Uh-oh, naked
and
woman!
kindness.
DSP, avert your eyes!
Take the easy.
You know, why does
part.
he? You know what? Okay, this is some bullshit, right? If this was Final Fantasy and was like Jill taking a shower at whatever, he'd be like, no, actually, no, there was a nudity scene.
they did this for the fucking horn dogs. They did this for the people who love fucking anime. This is a Game of Thrones, man.
He watches a trailer and a woman's like taking a bath. This is cool. I love this game. I guess it's a good thing Witcher 4 is not made by a Japanese developer. I guess that's the difference.
Is what shape us, nay.
It's kind of like it's kind of xenophobic or racist to assume that to think that Japanese are like overtly horny all the time, or they have like horny styles or whatever. Like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff in Japanese anime and this and that that's like sexual and this and that, but that's not all that the community that they do or that they make or that they may not have like the same kind of opinion or whatever. Like, it's kind of like racist to assume that. And DC does kind of dip his toe in that xenophobia. You know what I'm saying?
'Tis how we rise to face the hard times, but does that for us.
Why are the subtitles wrong? You notice that? The subtitles are completely desynced.
Yeah, it's probably done by AI.
Even art of
The-
gold.
I gotta turn them off. They're completely delayed and wrong. It's bothering me.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it's not made by the
Spirit
people
to
who. Oh
overcome
my god.
adversities aplenty. Darling. Sweeten. Today's the day. Ye fill out your destiny.
You should play the Get On With It clip. That'd be so funny. Get on with it! Yeah, get on with it! It's kind of funny he's
like
never
Ellie.
used that. Like,
Look at her
why?
face. She looks like Ellie. She totally does.
What? Hmm. Vaguely. I mean, I not enough to be like, oh yeah, I see it, Phil. But not
She
really.
looks like Ellie.
No.
Look at her face. She looks like Ellie. She totally does.
I don't think so. Now I
Or
think
Last
about
of
it.
Us, I mean.
No. Oh, dude, this is like Game of
What is it,
Thrones.
her wedding day?
'Twere my only choice.
I shall be the bringer of salvation.
Oh wait, never mind. They're gonna kill her, aren't they? They're gonna sacrifice her to a monster or something.
They're gonna sacrifice her to.
Witcher!
I got it. I got it. They're setting her. That's Cat, dude. He's telling her his daughter. Oh, sorry, I didn't want to do this. And she's like, I'll do it, whatever. And then like DSP shows up and everyone's there. It's like, there she goes off to the pig pen, never to be seen again. The last sacrifice
you can't.
escaped, and we had to do it again.
Chosen she is, by the gods!
No! You chose her.
Well, I'm not
They
saying that
completely
she's.
changed her facial structure.
I
So
don't
now people
know.
are upset. Her
Why
face
is-
is completely redesigned. That's Siri, by the way.
I mean, people age and their face kind of change. I don't know, like, whatever. I mean, she doesn't even look that bad. I don't know why people are like whatever. Whatever. It is what it is.
She totally looks like Ellie. Her face.
Dude, it looks like Ellie.
Go, now.
Nay! I must save them! Save the village!
Save yourself.
Dude, it's DSP. Here he comes.
Run.
Where's my din? Dude, we haven't hit the tip
Why do they
school
keep doing?
in
Every time
a
they show her
week.
face, the camera focuses only on her face.
What?
Father. Run.
Why do they keep doing? Every time that they show her face, the camera focuses only on her face. So she goes like run, but the camera stays focused on the head as it moves. It's bizarre. It's weird camera work.
No, whatever. DSP's not much of a camera guy.
Alright, man. We've hit the king streak. We need to hit the king streak of 10. And I'll have Popeyes. Where's my
monster is it?
Popeyes? Dude! I want my Popeyes. Give me Popeyes.
The hell is it?
Where's my DoorDash? Where's Cat?
It's a big boy.
What the fuck? Dude, this is bullshit.
Drink those potions. That's right.
Dude, just cat eyes. Hell
I
yeah.
see you.
Dude, okay. Now I'm hyped. I like when a person gets like demon cat eyes, whatever. Sick.
Dude, where's my DoorDash? You're not my driver.
The cool premise. I like the lore of this world.
Dude. Okay, that's
Now
it.
she's
Now
the
I'm
new,
pissed.
the new
Now I'm fucking
Witcher,
pissed,
the
dude.
new monster hunter.
This is bullshit.
Wait, what the fuck, Monster Hunter? Why
The
do
cool premise. I like the lore of this world. So now she's the new Witcher, the new monster hunter.
Oh.
Dude, my DoorDash. I ordered it 30 minutes ago. And it's not here. It better not be fucking cold. Dude, okay? I'm doing it for a DSP tries. Oh my god, what the fuck? Ah, this is bullshit. I just want my DoorDash. Where's my Popeyes? Oh my god, my other arm.
Ouch!
Ah, this is bullshit. That's it. Now I'm pissed. Now I'm fucking
Not
pissed,
so tough when you have
man.
less arms.
I'm getting my DoorDash or my store credit. Where's your manager?
Now here's the thing though. Like this looks amazing, right? And it totally fits the lore of the universe. This is great. She's the new Witcher. She's gonna fight monsters
okay.
that the people are all superstitious. And they
God.
think, oh, the monsters are gods, and we have to sacrifice ourselves to them to appease them.
What are we
She's like,
gonna
nah,
say?
fuck that. Let me kill this thing, right? But here's the
Right.
funny part. The combat will not be like this. The combat looks great in this trailer, but I've always criticized
Wow.
the combat of
Wow, man. When you watch a cutscene, you see cool moves that you can't do in game. Wow, man. I've never heard that before.
Witcher is its weak point. The story is outstanding. The world design, the questing, the graphics, all of that is outstanding. The combat's the weak point. So unless they've completely redesigned the combat from the ground up, this is gonna be like what they're showing now.
This is
is
actually
like,
the combat's just this. Like this is how Witcher dude attacks. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say he does more than just this.
like awesome, but it's just gonna be like mashing, dodge, mash, chug a potion, dodge, mash, magic spell.
But that's like video games. What? What kind of like whatever? Like how would that be? How would you do that in game? Without it being like
Nice.
a walking simulator.
That's cool.
If you really want that kind of stuff, you should play Devil May Cry then. You can do some cool stuff.
Killed that fucker.
Or Bayonetta. Bayonetta, you can do some cool stuff too.
She were to go to the woods. The chosen one. It's tradition.
He killed her anyway.
No.
Yeah, she should have went to the pig pen. What the
Wow,
fuck?
what a
man?
bunch of ignorant morons, huh?
Oh man. What a bunch of ignorant morons. Dude, it's their way of life, man. I thought
To go to the gods.
Gods? There are no gods here. There are only monsters.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I don't think she looks that bad. Everyone's overreacting as whatever.
For a new saga. See you on the path.
And that was Geralt.
No, that was
They
Keanu
already
Reeves.
confirmed
Dude,
Geralt
it's gonna
will
link
appear in
to.
the game, but he'll
I
be like
got
a
it.
side character.
She's gonna like do some fucked up shit and kill all the gods, and then it's gonna link to Cyberpunk. That's gonna be what's gonna happen. And then you have Keanu Reeves show up, and then they're gonna fuck. Then they're gonna fuck, and that's when DSP's gonna hop off.
Character. That's cool. Listen, I'm down for that. The plot looks good. Really, the plot looks good. The ignorance of man, right?
The
It's gonna be a
ignorance of
central
man.
theme of the game, I feel. But I just hope.
Oh
that
wow,
the
man's the
combat's
bad
good.
guy.
The combat is
Wow.
the one criticism I had about Witcher 3.
Why
I
ain't
love
no
the rest of
bad
the game.
women?
So I hope that the combat's improved. But outside of that, that looks great to me, right? That
Where are the
Looks
bad
sweet.
women at? Show me the
All
bad
right.
women.
cool. Witcher 4. Very nice.
Very nice.
What else do we got? We got like 700 more to watch. Here we go. Ready
Catley?
for
Oh
this
my
one?
god, we're gonna watch this?
Ladies and gentlemen, I have your early pick for
Oh,
Game
man.
of the
And
Year.
you know what? This is Bug Snack.
2025.
This is coded in Bug Snacks, so he's gonna play this. This is the same shit he said about Bug Snacks. Oh man, I hate this already.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Come on.
What? You know what? This shit he does, the yeah, come on. That shit? That's like the stuff you do at a strip club, basically. And he's doing this for cats. Yeah, come on. Like, come on what? They're cats, dude. Like, what do you want them to do?
Great.
God, this is awful. Oh my god.
Jasper Kitty game.
Dude, this is ugly as shit. my
This is
god.
amazing.
And then there's
Jasper and Kitty.
so like this actually it sounds like he wants to play it, and you know this dude was like slurping up Stray, right? You'd think he'd slurp this up. What the?
Yes.
This is
So customizable.
what is this game? Oh,
Yes.
it's coming to the App Store and it shows an Apple Watch. What? What is the what? This is trash. This is definitely AI slop because if you go to the Steam page, it was written by AI and obviously the devs don't care. They just want the money. They just want the money, obviously. But then it shows like Apple Store and then it shows a watch. So like it's what? Is even this done by AI? Oh my! This whole thing is done by AI. Why the fuck are we watching this?
Yes.
Wow, hilarious.
No,
DSP.
hold on. No.
Remember, guys, Rich's applause sound clip is cringe.
Finally.
Not this.
A game for you and me. Listen, I'm a cat lover.
I'm a cat lover.
You know, I'm a cat lover, but I mean, that game looks pretty suspect. Does it not look like half of that was AI generated?
Half. That's very generous. The whole thing was done by AI. Dum dum. It's just look at it. It was all ugly as shit. It all looked odd and weird and not good at all.
If not more. The entire trailer looks like it's just an AI game. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, Catly. I don't know. I'll look into this one. Apparently, it's
Why?
an MMO. That's what I'm being told.
What?
It's an MMO. I guess we'll find out when it actually comes out.
Oh,
But already,
man.
it's hilarious. There are content creators shilling for this game. I already saw a few of them. I was like, you haven't heard from this person in like 5 years. All of a sudden, they come out of hiding. I'm here to promote Catly. It's like,
I don't think these people are real people. These could just be bots.
okay,
dude.
here we go.
Here we go. People shilling games.
Anyway,
It's never happened
Gio
before.
Brando with a $2 super chat. That was a predictable trailer.
This
Siri got
stream-
surgery. I don't know what
Oh
you
my
mean,
God.
Dio. If you mean
I don't
her
know what you
appearance,
mean,
that's what I
Dio.
said. She looks completely different. Her whole facial
Of course,
structure is redesigned
because,
and
you know, when
everything.
technology
But, I
improves,
mean, we
then
are
people
almost
want to
10 years
whatever.
after the last game, so they
Okay.
do this stuff frequently.
Yeah, this has never happened before.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. That's a good one. I cannot wait for Catly,
All
my
right.
friends.
Let's move on, my friends.
All right, here's next. Here we go.
I didn't even realize this
So
was a reveal.
we
How
knew
did I
this
miss
game was being
The
made.
Outer
It was
Worlds
announced
2?
like 2-3 years ago. But I'm very curious. I didn't see this yet, so I'm curious
Yeah,
to see what we're
I
going to
feel
see
this kinda
here.
came and
The
went.
Outer Worlds 2. Here
Like,
we
no
go.
one was talking about this at all. All right, space confirmed.
For the record, I really enjoyed The Outer Worlds
Oh,
1
man.
for its story,
He played it
world design,
in a boring way,
you know,
too. He didn't want to do any
music,
combat.
graphics. The one part of the game that was its shortcoming was the combat. So if they can make the combat better, I think this game will be outstanding. So I'm curious what they've done
The
with it.
studio that brought you Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, Part 2. Neverwinter Nights, Part 2.
I'm kind of,
And
you know,
Fallout
this
3,
joke, I'm kind of like,
Part 2.
That's right. That's right.
this kind of humor, I'm kind of like
Comes a
torn on.
completely
Like, it could
original
be funny,
Part 2.
but I'm also kind of
Like
over
all
it
good
at the same
sequels,
time.
We've included everything that should have been in the first game.
Like, this is
More
DSP
action,
kind of humor.
more
Nice, new weapons.
and more graphics. Get ready for an adventure
More polygons, more pixels.
that took 3 times
about the
longer
teraflops?
to make, but will almost certainly be 2 times bigger.
Where's the,
I don't know if this is gonna be as big. They say this all the time, and they don't promise anything.
The graphics are great. Holy crap.
holy crap, man.
2025.
3 times the RGB.
Welcome back to the
Oh,
future.
he fucking this sleazy,
Try not to-
slimy fucking dude, man. He muted it for the ad revenue. Oh, the greedy piggy got busted because I was wondering why the audio sounded weird, and now I know he fucking muted it because he needs that ad revenue, baby. He needs it.
To break it again. The Outer Worlds 2.
Cool.
Need more cowbell.
So,
I'm not interested in hiring any more idiots. I'm looking for people of tact and vision and perspicacity.
it looks good. But like I said, I really hope they improve the combat. Because that was the shortcoming of the first game. It became very grindy. But I actually really liked the story. I liked the
resolution is
locations. The
this?
plot lines were very
You guys
interesting.
are really
the fact that you
weird
could
to me
choose to
with
do
his
things different
fucking
ways
content. Wow.
was really,
I'll do 720p.
really cool. So,
Every time,
I am
as I
exci-
said before, when I was watching DSP streams, it would insist the resolution be like 140p, and it's like, why? Like, and I ran a speed test, and I got good speeds. It's not like, oh, oh man, your speed is shitty, and it just was doing this shit.
excited for that. And Game Pass
Oh,
were
did he,
very interesting. The fact that you could
did
choose
he do the corny
to do
ass
things different ways
snap?
was really cool. So, I am excited for that. And
Yep.
Game
Man, this
Pass,
dude.
it's a Game Pass game. So you keep your Game Pass, you don't have to buy it. That's a plus too, right? That's always a plus. Cool.
Always a
Shout out
plus.
to Cyber Elk with a 5
No,
euro
I love
super
that
chat.
he doesn't watch the Ninja Gaiden video, and he didn't like it because the beginning of it had anime in it, and it's like, dude, it showed gameplay as well because it's made by the same people who did Blasphemous, and he just hates it because anime, and it was cartoony. Even though like he liked sprite games before, he liked Super Turbo for fuck's sake, and then this game gives you a sprite game. Oh, I don't like it, man. This dude, man.
Says Phil, I've just finished the Witcher 4 trailer. I was wondering when you were going to react to it. What are the odds? There you go. I'm doing a lot of reacting this morning on the podcast to all of these trailers. So
I'm
thank you.
excited for
Actually,
Ninja
the
Gaiden,
euros are a little bit
honestly.
more valuable than the dollar right now. So actually, I'm going to get Cyber Elk on the leaderboard.
Oh, good for him.
Thank you, Cyber Elk.
Wow.
Appreciate your guys' early support today. Thank you all so much. What's up, King Michael? How are you? Okay. What's next? We have so many to watch. Ah, this is interesting. So, this is really cool because there has not been a new iteration in Virtua Fighter in about 20 years. Like, Virtua Fighter 5 was the last one, and then they made a million versions of it, and then they kept porting it everywhere. And they're actually even working on that now, if I remember correctly. But this is supposedly something brand new. I don't know. Let's see.
It's something new. I don't know. New Virtual Fighter project.
Eyeball Simulator. Haven't had this
Hilarious
yet.
joke. Wow, guys, this joke's confirmed.
It's a crow.
No, it's a
Or is it?
fucking
Yeah, it's a
raven.
crow. Morning has
Stupid.
broken.
Probably
Like
not.
the first morning.
Why are you
Yes.
reading it in an old English voice? This is like modern day.
Blackbird has spoken like the first bird.
Why is he using this voice? This dude's so weird with his bum ass fucking shirt. Yeah, all Japanese people do hoi. All of them. Or whatever.
Oh, my fruit, you piece of shit. That's my stand, my family stand, you rapscallion, you.
Now, when I
Oh!
watched this, I thought this was
That's my house,
what's his
too.
name? Arakawa. So I was like, oh, we're gonna get an Arakawa because I missed the title. Well, no, they didn't show the title. But I was like, oh, is this Arakawa? We're gonna get a Arakawa backstory. Because look
Stop
at
wrecking
him.
all my belongings.
It's fucking Arakawa, dude. But then I saw VF and I was like, oh.
Look at this, some actual gameplay.
No, this is only a cutscene. I don't know. I don't trust
There
it.
you go. So there actually will be a new Virtua Fighter game coming out. They're making a new one. It's not just redoing the old ones. they're actually making a brand new one. I mean, now would be the time because fighting games, at least now, are prominent again. And, you know, you got Street Fighter, you got Tekken, but let's be honest. They are starting to burn out at this point, I feel.
There's always going to be new fighting games.
Mortal Kombat is pretty dead right now. So it does look like there's an opening in the gaming landscape for another.
I want a new Soul Calibur, and I want
so
to be in it
to have that come out now.
Yeah, I said it. I said what everyone was thinking.
There's going to be more information on it soon, right?
I want to get back to Grand Blue Rising.
Yeah, I know there's a whole direct apparently coming out for it, but I haven't seen it yet.
I have to be on
sometime today, I think. So.
Oh, dude, it's Jeff. What's up, Jeff?
So.
Oh, hi, Jeff.
Yes, Virtua Fighter is by Ryuga Gotopo. You know, the
I like he had it right the first time, but then he had to be like right go.
The Yakuza people. Yeah, you know, they make those games. So now here's their next project. Apparently they have a brand new project that they're launching.
Turn off the subtitles.
Pre-alpha footage.
This is I'm kind of hyped for, honestly. Kind of like I'm into this. Like the setting.
Whoa.
It's cool.
It's old-timey. That's interesting.
Wow, it's old-timey. Oh, man. Wow.
This, 1915.
Old-timey. Cool. Yeah, back when DSP was just a kid, right?
I remember trolleys. Ah, man, this was the time, man.
Very old-timey.
Very old-timey.
What the?
What the?
What the hell? Jump them. Damn, ground and pound.
A ground pound. Grab with tackle.
Oh, this looks good. This looks good. I like this combat. It's interesting. Oh my god, it ripped his heart out. Holy shit. Whoa.
Whoa.
Wow, man, he got punch confirmed.
Oh, brutal. Blood squirting everywhere, damn.
I feel like a lot of that's gonna be toned down when it gets released. I'm saying it. I'm saying. See, he got it right the first time. Ryuga Gotoku.
Project Century.
I can't wait for the youngster to voice him.
That looks good.
Hey.
No, that looks genuinely good because listen, I like Ryogo Gotoku, whatever the hell the name of the studio is. I really do.
My malt beer.
But let's be honest, like
Coke.
a Dragon / Yakuza, it's really getting stretched thin. There's so many of them at this point.
Oh, I mean, I get it.
And I like Judgment and Lost Judgment, but it's just like few and far between now. You don't want to have the same thing over and over. That looks good. Totally new plot line.
Has a lot of problems because didn't they have like an issue with
gameplay?
That
looks excellent.
I'm
actually very excited
for that. Fuck.
And of course, that will come out in
because
17 years.
Nude mods.
See,
guys,
I'm very excited for that.
Let's ruin everything.
Okay, cool. Very nice. Shout out to Cyber Elk became a member.
The fucking thumbnail. Silent Hill 2's remake thumbnail. Look at it. Oh man, well that should not be funny. That should not make me laugh. But like it's just out of nowhere. Just like you have like intergalactic and it's like and then Astrobot underneath and in the middle, and it's like dude's like, oh man, I don't know, what the fuck.
Sure. Thank you, Cyber Elk, a new member this morning. Appreciate that.
Let's
add that to our total
thumbnail.
of support for today. It's $3 for every membership I get. And Dio Brando with a $5 super chat. I'm so excited for Virtua Fighter. Finally, we will get to play with Sarah Bryant again. Make me get a new console.
Dio Brando carried the stream, by the way.
For me, I hope
he
that
kept
it's on
tipping,
PC,
like,
obviously. I'd prefer to play it on PC, but hey, I got PS5 Pro as well, so either works, I guess,
and
right?
Oh, man, it's really like
very nice.
He's a known
All right, very good, very good.
I feel like it.
Okay, continuing on.
Can we turn off this? Whatever.
I don't know anything about Onimusha. I never played Onimusha. A lot of people have told me over the years that Onimusha is quite good and that I missed out having never experienced it or playing it. So this literally will be my first experience and exposure to Onimusha right now.
Onimusha. Is it Onimusha? Onimusha? I don't fucking know. Whatever. Feudal Japan confirmed yet again. Wow, I can't believe it. Onimusha's back, guy. Feudal Japan is back. It's like we never left.
Look at that. What the hell?
Whoa.
Hey, yokai? We got yokais in the house?
How? What? That is fire.
Yokais
Floating
in
fire.
the house. We got yokai.
How does he know it's yokai? How does he know it focuses on yokai? He's getting it off of flames. I mean, I'm pretty sure yokai is more than just flames. I'm just saying.
That's a hell of a ghost trap. Capcom? That's right, Onimusha's Capcom.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if people are surprised they're bringing this back. It's been a long time, right? Since they had a real one.
Of course they're surprised. Are they surprised, guys? Do you think they're surprised? Are they surprised? Do they know?
Demon Samurai.
Do they know?
Body's falling apart. Whoa, look at that creature.
Whoa.
It's got those paper things on it, those paper prayers. Onimusha, Way of the Sword.
Way of the man.
Looks pretty interesting.
Why not Way of the Gun? Why do we never hear Way of the
game
Gun?
Will be samurai.
I'm getting less human by the minute.
Oi! I'm getting less human by the minute. Oi!
Oh, man. Back to the
2026, we'll all be dead by then. Oi!
Oh, man. Can you,
Capcom,
like,
taking too
drink
long.
some
It should have been
bleach?
2025. Well, you don't really see
Yeah, they
that
should
much
rush it
about
out. I don't know why they're
right.
taking time.
You know, at least
Remember
from
this
initial
dude, like,
impression.
he was like, wow, Capcom is, like, treat their workers with respect, man. Wow, they're pretty cool. Okay, game's coming out 2020. Why not next year? Speed it up. So then he can complain that it's competing with GTA 6 and some shit.
A samurai game with demons in it. If it plays like all samurai, that's cool. I'd much rather have it be like a samurai-centric combat game than, say, like Neo, where it feels more like a hybrid of like Dark Souls or whatever.
Okay,
So
whatever.
I guess we'll see what it looks like, or what it plays like. But it looks pretty
it's a
good to me.
turn-based RPG
Again, I never
where
seen or
you
played Onimusha before.
fight for boobs. Yeah.
Okay.
I think you should skip it. I think it's too
Continuing on.
sexual.
So
I remember
I
there
did not
was-
see this at all yet. This is my
There
first
was, there
experience.
was a part in the Onimusha trailer that DSP didn't catch. Onimusha said, where the boobs at? Where are the boobies at? And DSP didn't say anything. He didn't say anything where Onimusha was like going down, going horny mode. He was like, I need my titties.
Exposure to it. Apparently, there is a new Game of Thrones game coming out called King's Road. Now, it's an RPG. That's all I know. I'm going to say this up front. I'm not sold on a Game of Thrones game at this point. I feel like Game of Thrones is very played out. You know, the main show ended years ago. Yeah, there's a spin-off prequel series. I don't really care about it. Haven't seen a single episode of it. So I'm curious,
okay.
like, you know, would this really translate into something greater?
Why
I
does
don't
it
know.
matter?
Let's
Why
see.
does it have to be
Let's see
tied
what it
to
looks like.
whatever?
In the name of the warrior, I charge you to be brave.
Oh, man.
Wait a
Fucking Warner
minute.
Brothers.
Netmarble? Is it a mobile game? Netmarble
Oh my
makes
god,
mobile
he
games.
muted this
In the
too!
name of the Father.
Oh my god, I'm skipping this.
They have spies everywhere.
A little arrogance. Stopped.
Read the fifth, and it was so fucking boring, I couldn't stand it. So I just stopped reading the show
Wait, what?
to actually find out.
I gotta hear what he says about this show, man. I'm not a huge Game of Thrones guy.
I never got far enough into the books or the show to actually find out what the White Walkers were. I
Oh my
never
God.
got that far. I think I
You
read
can't
4 of the
even
books.
watch a show.
I tried to read the fifth, and it was so fucking boring, I couldn't stand it.
Wow.
So I just stopped reading it.
Yeah,
And
because
now
you probably
he's never
didn't
gonna
understand what
finish
you
it
were
anyway.
reading.
So I guess the,
He doesn't know
I
how
guess
to
the
read.
show is
I
canon now, but I never even. I only
The
got like
show
3
is
seasons
canon
into the
now,
show.
okay.
I ended up with the Red Wedding. That was the last thing I saw.
He ends at the red wedding. Okay.
John, I will see
John.
it done.
The way this muted, it sounds so bad. They all sound uninterested in what they're doing. John, we gotta fight. Okay, Dad. No, that's not Dad. Is that
This
Dad,
guy
right?
teams up with Jon Snow.
Like it
What the fuck? There were giants? Yo, there were giants in Game of
Yo.
Thrones? I didn't get that far.
There were
I had no
giants?
idea there were giants in Game of Thrones. What the hell was that? So here's the thing, though. Is that a mobile game? Because Netmarble makes mobile games. So,
Okay,
it might just be a mobile
yeah, it's
game.
a
I don't
mobile
know.
game. Yeah,
you
showed
basically
mobile-
noticed that almost no one clapped. They were like,
This dude really loves being negative because there were people clapping for it, but he's gonna say that's like a golf clap, like an obligated clap. I mean, sure, maybe, probably, but who fucking cares?
it's just like 5 years too late. Polite golf clap for everyone.
I don't think anyone would think this either. I mean, Game of
So I
Thrones
don't
is
know
a
about
big
that
property.
one. I'm definitely not sold on that one.
How's it fun?
okay.
Whatever. Okay.
Got a few
let's
more
move
here?
on.
So,
Oh man,
the
this
thing
is.
with Double Dragon, I don't know about that one. I'm definitely not sold on that one.
Let's hear that voice crack again.
Okay, got a few more here. So, the thing with Double Dragon, okay?
Now I'm gonna say it. DSP should actually have been hyped for this because this dude was white knighting the fuck out of Double Dragon Neon.
This is like an old school beat 'em up. Yes.
All this shit. We get another beat 'em up. Oh, why, man? Why are we getting a beat 'em up? Oh, okay.
When I grew up playing games in arcades, Double Dragon was actually one of the first games I ever had exposure to. It was at my local corner store before I was even going to arcades.
Corner store, okay.
And I like the side-scrolling
I went to my
beat-em-up style
corner
games. I had
store?
this on Atari, and then I had it on
That's
NES
I like the
later,
shopkeep. I was
you know,
like,
the
hi,
sequels and
Hi,
stuff.
Billy.
So I like Double Dragon, but they keep reviving it, and you keep thinking that, oh, they're going in this direction, then they're going in this direction. But then they revive it again, and it's another direction. So I'm curious. This is called Double Dragon.
So they go to all these different directions, right? So then Mitch Dreyer was correct in being upset that Double Dragon Neon was not a modern game or whatever the fuck he complained about. And he was like, well, it's supposed to be like an old school game, but it's a different direction from the old school games, right? Huh?
Revive, like literally revive. So I wonder what that means.
There's
Does this
another
mean they're
Double
going back to
Dragon
their
games.
roots? Let's find out.
They're going back to their roots. Oh man, can you imagine the new Marion theme in this? Marion's theme. I'm gonna gush about Marion's theme a bit in any game. I liked her theme in River City Girls 2. She was the GOAT. Love her theme. It's so good. And she's a cool character. I love playing her in River City Girls 2. Great character. Favorite character. Love Marion. The GOAT. If she's not playable in this, I will dock points. I will mark it down. Unless they have an equally cool character, but Marion's the GOAT. I'm dying on this hill. Marion haters, go away. Real ones know what's up.
Arc System Works is doing it this time.
Doesn't Arc System like own Double Dragon or whatever the fuck? Because they've always been credited with Double Dragon, I feel. But okay, they're doing it this time, guys.
Let's get this done.
But I guess like Way Forward did like the other one. But it's like, you know, Arc System has always been involved.
Let's go.
Hell, that's Billy and Jimmy Lee right there.
Wow, they made
That art
characters from the
style's
game.
very weird.
Very weird.
Oh, they have
What?
more teammates too.
This looks like any other like SNK game almost. How's this weird? It looks fine to me. Whatever.
That's supposed to be the shadow boss.
Yeah, he's not very shadowy. Where's the
Which doesn't
shadow?
like it.
Let's end this.
You can't tell anything at all. So it comes out in October. You can't tell a
next
single
year.
thing about that game from that trailer. Yeah, I don't know what it's gonna play like. I don't know. You know, that's lame. They should have at least show me 5 seconds of gameplay, so I at least know what it's gonna be. But I can't tell from that at all what the hell the game is. That's
I don't give a
lame.
fuck. I'm playing
definitely
it.
could have done.
That's right.
They
I'm
could have done a
playing
better
it.
job than that. That's the disappointing to me. That's a disappointing trailer because it doesn't
But they
really
show
show
this
anything
trailer.
at
They've
all.
shown other trailers in the past. and
Okay.
I don't think it
Continuing
explains
on
it
here,
any better.
we got a few more to get through. This has been a packed podcast, but we're
it's
almost done.
Mafia in
Oh,
the
we're
old
actually
in
getting through all the trailers I
Motherland.
wanted
He's
to
gonna be like,
watch.
dude, I remember this when I was growing up in Italy. Oh,
Oh, my
Mamma
water
Mia,
here.
pizzeria.
Thank you guys for chilling with me, and thanks for the early support. I really hope that after the podcast, you'll stick around for almost said Elden Ring again, for Bloodborne Old Hunters.
I
okay?
am not sticking around, bitch. Because you're not
Okay,
playing
ready?
that.
So, it's been a long time since we had a Mafia game, right? Mafia 1 and 2, very linear, very narrative-based games. Mafia 3, a game that added in more open world and a lot of grindy side content. If you just played the main story of Mafia 3, it was actually an enjoyable game. When you had to do the side content grinding in order to unlock the story, it was tedious and really not paced well. Also, Mafia 3 was incredibly buggy when it came out. Became a better game over time. Now, Mafia has a new game coming out called
So
The
that's
Old
okay
Country.
for Mafia 3, but
So let's see what this is all
I
about.
like that we're giving this another chance, but if Cyberpunk 2 gets announced, he will probably cry and moan that he doesn't want to play it, and he'd have to be forced to play it or whatever, despite Cyberpunk getting better over time. Okay.
All of the men in this room are bound by
Mamma
blood.
mia, man.
This is a family. And in this family, we follow a code of honor. It is not forgiving.
We must eat the gabagool. We gotta get the gabagool.
It's to betray all.
In order to be part of us, you gotta eat the
You wish to
gabagool.
commit yourself.
He's joining the family.
To this family.
Why did he say it like that? It sounds like a demon thing, like they're here kind of thing, whatever.
I do.
Sucker.
I do want to be part of the pizzeria. I will deliver the best pizzas with the gabagool.
To become a man of honor.
I guess it takes place in Italy.
Repeat this.
No, it takes place in Greece. I mean,
I swear my loyalty.
look, Greece. I see it everywhere.
It's a family.
Beautiful architecture, Greece.
I flash.
Doors, Greek.
Master
Where are the Greek games at? What? You know what? This is some bullshit. How come when we finally get a game, the Greeks finally get something? It's God of War. Oh wow, the dude's killing Greek gods. Wow. But you know, we don't get anything about Greek gangs. What about the Greeks? They got stuff going. Why not do that? Come on. I just want some Greek representation. Enough of this fucking Italian bullshit. We have The Sopranos, Mafia, Godfather, Goodfellas. You know, enough. Where are the Greeks at? Show me the Greek stuff. Get some Greeks in here. Come on, let the Greeks cook. Let the Greeks cook.
I do not keep my oath.
Imagine how cool this would be if they were all Greeks and you're like doing this in the Acropolis or whatever. Like, imagine the fun. You go to the Temple of Zeus and you're like, oh man. You gotta do a gunfight in the Temple of the Winds.
We don't know when it's good. Oh, summer 2025. Okay, looks pretty good. If it really does take place entirely in Italy, if it is honestly narrative based, which I feel was the strength of the Mafia franchise.
Oh, this dude is gonna be so annoying. This is gonna be like what he did with Last of Us 2. And he also does with the Yakuza games.
We're learning so much about the culture. Oh wow, like yeah, like
In Last of Us 2, he was like, dude,
this is Walmart kid. I remember that place. Like I took Kat there and I showed her some the giant burgers and she ate it all supposedly. And then I took her over there and then she was like, I want to go home and play Skyrim. I was like, well, okay, Kat.
this is, I guarantee you, we're gonna get a form of him saying, well, man, I wish I could go to Italy. I can't go to Italy. This is like me going to Italy for the first time or some corny ass shit like that. I guarantee you. He's gonna say shit like that and then be like,
I feel like this is like my roots, man. I go back to where I came from.
he's gonna say a lot of corny, cringy shit like that. Mark my fucking words. That's what he's gonna say. And we're all gonna be cringing our asses off and dying from it. We're gonna die from this level of cringe. I'm telling you. You think my cringe is bad?
Previously,
Oh my god.
I think it'll be a great game. If they force you to do in Italy. If it is honestly
Oh, God.
narrative based, which I feel was the strength of the
What
Mafia
happened?
franchise previously, I think it'll be a great game. If they force you to do 25 hours of side content grinding to unlock the next chapter
Why
of the
does the
story,
audio
it's
sound
going
weird?
to suck. All right, so I guess we'll see what they do with it, but
Hold on. Because it wasn't like that before. This is weird.
I hope for the best. I
Why is it doing this?
really liked my hours of side content grinding to unlock the next chapter of this. Didn't have the
What the fuck happened?
grindiness. So
OBS has audio, but I don't.
So
How do I not have audio? What happened? Okay, I'm gonna open another YouTube video. Let's see what if I can open another YouTube video and I'll be able to hear something. Then I'll know it's then I'll know it's me. What happened? How is the audio not working? What is going on? This is odd. I have no idea what happened. I'm gonna try to just change my headphones, then go back to my headphones.
I'm excited. It's been a while.
What is going on? This used to work. This worked. This worked before. What happened? What happened?
We'll see what they do.
What the fuck? Everything's fucked up. Okay, if I take this off, let's not use this at all. At all.
With it.
Okay, the audio works. What happened? Why is this went from working to not working suddenly? Oh my god, Tim Apple, what did you do to my fucking setup here?
If it really does take place entirely in Italy, if it is honestly narrative based,
what happened? I am so confused. This went from working to not working. I don't know how to fix this. The only thing I can think of doing is just getting another pair of headphones. But I shouldn't have to. This worked. This fucking worked. The only thing I think is that OBS is doing something funky. But why would OBS do something funky like this? It happened just suddenly. Okay, I'm gonna just change the audio source, I guess. I'll have to to move on, I guess. This is so weird. It's so weird. Okay, I think this is the monitor. I'm gonna have to use the monitor, I guess. I have no idea what happened. That's so weird. That is so weird. Hopefully it's not broken. I mean, those are nice headphones. I like using them. They're comfy. And now I have to use this. This is bullshit. Can I hear it? Can I hear?
which I feel was the strength.
Okay, I can hear it now. I have no idea why that didn't work. I'll have to fuck around with it, I guess, after this video.
Of the Mafia franchise previously, I think it'll be a great game. If they force you to do 25 hours of side content grinding to unlock the next chapter of the story,
have to restart
it's
my
going
OBS.
to suck.
I think that
All
would
right, so I guess we'll see what they do with it.
I'm not editing this video.
I hope for the best. I really liked Mafia 1 and 2. I thought Mafia 3 would
That
have been
was
fine
so
if it
random.
didn't have the grindiness.
I paused
So,
it and it just
I'm
fucked
excited.
off.
It's been a while. Been a long time since we had a Mafia game.
That's
so let's
so
hope it's
weird.
good.
I don't get what happened.
Okay. Shout out to Squirt Rocks, who gifted a sub on Kick and says,
It's
"I have to
gonna
get back to
bother
work,
me.
but I'll check out your Blood Bowl friends after."
That threw me off
best of
now.
luck.
That's
Thank you so
bullshit.
much, Squirt Rocks.
It's gonna
I appreciate that. Thank
throw me
you
off.
for the gifted sub over on Kick and the support. And then Spawn Killer did a $2 super chat. Are you going to watch the Turok trailer? Well, you know, perhaps. Perhaps you should stay tuned.
Okay.
This is a surprise.
Oh,
I don't
like
know
you
if
fucking
anyone
care.
expected this. I mean, in one Game Awards, they announced that Onimusha's coming back, and now they announce Okami is getting a sequel.
Sequel? I think he fucking cares. He didn't even beat the first game. I don't like it. He quit it because he didn't have enough support. One stream, by the way. One stream.
The beautiful watercolor art style of Okami.
I know it was watercolor, but whatever.
I mean, can you imagine what they're gonna do with the graphics today with the modern technology? This game was beautiful
man.
on what was it, PS2, and then they remade it, and it was beautiful in the
They
remake.
didn't remake it, they
Can you
remastered
imagine
it.
how nice this is gonna look in modern graphics and everything?
Man.
They're just gonna call it Okami Sequel. That's the name of the game, Okami Sequel. There we go.
Do you know who that is, DSP?
So it is a true sequel, tried and true.
He doesn't.
What the?
He doesn't even
I accidentally
know.
played it again.
He doesn't even know who Jake
interesting.
is, man.
You know, here's the thing. I
Little
played
Clover
Okami,
Studio
not the original, but I played the remake
remaster
with you guys years and years ago. I was really enjoying it,
All
but the
right.
audience.
We're calling him out on this one. Let's see him talk about Okami. Let's see. They voted for that. Wow, what the fuck? I'm gonna look into that a little later. But let's go to this part.
All right, well there you go.
There you go.
I don't know. I don't think there's anything else. All right, I guess I'm done here. This is all I can do. So, right now, not much of a chance. I guess I should say, what the? Look, another tree. This. Huh.
Huh.
Alright, maybe if I do the demon gate.
Wow, he sounds like he's having a blast. He loves the game, by the way.
Just didn't like it. And I was like, why not? And they said, oh, it's too repetitive, it's boring. A lot of people said it reminded them of like a Zelda game. And I was like,
Why is that a bad thing? Why this reminds me of a Zelda game. Oh wow, you hated it that much? What? He just didn't get any support.
Yeah, I really liked it. I
Whatever.
thought that it was gorgeous. I liked the gameplay elements. I liked the puzzles, but it didn't catch on. So honestly, I don't know if the sequel would catch on, but if anything, it may be an absolute gorgeous game, right? Like the graphics there look outstanding just for the idea that the whole game is watercolor. Imagine how awesome that's going to look, right? Okay. Continuing on. Yet another shocking announcement at the Game Awards. Another franchise that's basically been retired for a long time is now coming back. Ladies and gentlemen,
Right.
it is...
You know what? I'm sorry. It's gonna bother the fuck out of me. I'm gonna try these again. And I'm probably gonna regret doing it because it's bullshit. It should work. It should honestly work. This is some bullshit. I can understand if it was connecting to something else, but it's connecting to this. It's bullshit. And it's trash.
Turok Origin.
Why? Why is this not working? Hold on, I'm gonna try something else. Hold up, I'm gonna pause the recording. That's what I should do. Alright, I think I got it figured out. I think I did it, guys.
Turok.
It works! I'm smart, guys. See, I did it. I figured it out on my own, by myself. I paused the recording. Where's the support?
Rendered and
Praise
gameplay
me.
Guess the difference.
I may have to rewatch the archive, though. I will watch it
like
before I
Turok
upload
was
it, or
a
at least
combination of
before
futuristic,
I
but,
may
like,
upload it.
prehistoric
I'll
at the
deal
same
with it.
time.
I don't need to explain how I'm gonna handle this, but it should work. I think the audio is going fine through OBS because it's actually getting the audio. This is my end is bad because it did have volume in OBS. what kind of audio? I'm curious. If it's gonna be like
Cool, look
fucked
at that.
up.
Oh, this looks good.
Better not be
The
fucked up. If
gameplay
it is,
looks good.
I'm suing. I'm suing OBS.
Oh yeah.
It worked before.
Whoa.
Whoa,
Now,
dinosaurs.
Hold on. Do you see the difference?
What?
Do you see the difference between we're just announcing versus here's some gameplay? And the thing is, it doesn't even have a release date yet, right? And all it says is PlayStation 5. But looking at that, I was like, that looks great. Just the 5 seconds of footage they showed, it looks good. All you got to do is show your game. You know, you should be proud about what you did. You know, not just an announcement teaser trailer that's a CGI, you know, movie that has nothing to do with what the game will actually be.
Like, hype,
show me the game.
generate hype.
Be
Like, they
proud
want
of
to
what
show
you put
proof.
together. To me, that's exciting. That looks good to
Whatever.
me. That's a game that I'm interested in and I want to follow.
He better play it.
They did a good
he
job
better
putting
play
that
it.
together. You know what I
after
mean?
that, if he doesn't play it,
all right.
then
and
fuck
the last,
off.
I saved the most interesting, I feel, for last.
So he did all of this in order of announcement, basically. He except for the ones that he skipped over, obviously. But Intergalactic was the last thing that he showed at the Game Awards, so of course this is gonna be the last thing he's gonna go over. Now I know a lot of people have different opinions on this. I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna be that guy. Sorry everyone, but I am kind of interested in this game. I'm not a huge Neil Druckhead. But I'll stomach it because I like the aesthetic of this. And this sort of sounds interesting. I'm always interested in seeing like religious cults being in stories. Like, oh, I want to see how how that works out, whatever. So I'm kind of interested in this. The only thing I will say is like some people like dogged on it for the Akira stuff. I'm gonna wait until I finish the game because it's like, yeah, it's a trailer. You're not gonna get the full scope of the reference of Akira or how deep it went for that statement to be dumb or not. You know, like it could be just simply, oh yeah, we reference Akira through the jacket and they're sliding on the bike slide, which is like what everyone does under the sun. But again, I'm not gonna judge their deep knowledge of Akira through a trailer. I think that's too premature to make that judgment because they could have a deep understanding of the movie and we'll never know until we play the game, right? But it being inspired is also different than like, you know, whatever. I mean, anything be inspired and it could mean how little, how more, whatever. The final game will speak for itself, but I'm kind of interested in this and I'm also gonna say this again. I'm gonna be that guy again. Sorry, gamers. I think the main character looks fine. I don't know. Out of all of the outrage I've seen about game models and games and this and that, Mary Jane, for an example, whatever. This is the one I generally do not understand, and it feels artificial to me. If you don't vibe with it, that's fine. I'm not gonna dog on people who are just like I don't, you know, whatever. But people are saying like the stuff I've seen is just sounds so forced. It's like it's when people act as if like they made a monster. Like they act as if like they made a hideous, grotesque monster, and it's like she looks fine. Like at least with Mary Jane. I'll admit, like, I think she looks fine or whatever. I mean, it's not fucking a supermodel, but I can at least see, like, okay, yeah, you know, there are a lot of flattering angles of her or whatever. I mean, at most, she's, like, bland looking. Now, of course, this character does look like a fucking supermodel, but I don't think she looks ugly, like, at all, or even bland. So, yet again, sorry gamers, I think she looks fine and cool and all this other stuff. Like, you know, whatever. And everyone also was dogging on her thick eyebrows. I'm sorry, guys. If you don't like thick eyebrows, you're fucking cowards and you know it. You know deep down in your soul. Because refined, like, thick eyebrows, they're goated. I'm sorry. You know, I watch Kill la Kill. Sasuke Kiryuin's eyebrows, cool ass eyebrows. Ragyo Kiryuin, cool ass eyebrows. Korra, in Legend of Korra, Kuvira, thick eyebrows, cool eyebrows. See my point? And she has the same kind of eyebrows. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. It's a cool design. And I'm gonna stick by it. And if you don't like it, that's fine. But if you think I'm in the wrong, you're also in the wrong because you're dumb. Facts. Okay. Anyways, I'm just getting ahead of the controversy, and just saying, look, it's fine if you don't vibe with this character. I'm not gonna fault you for that, but I think she's fine. I think a lot of the stuff I've seen on Twitter, everyone's favorite website, is overreacting bullshit. Fine if you don't like it, but I've seen a lot of bullshit, and that's what I'm talking about, baby. All right, let's fucking go.
It's time to get wild.
Reason being, ladies and gentlemen, everyone's been wondering what is Naughty Dog up to, right?
What are they up to?
Told that Naughty Dog is not.
I will say I am a little bummed. I am a little disappointed. When this showed up, I was like, oh, we're gonna get another Druckmann rant. We do not, and that's a huge bummer. So sadly, we will not get another Druckmann. We might get a light Druckmann nonsense, but we won't get the full thing that we've got.
Making the new Last of Us, or they do have another one in them, but that's not what they've been working on. Well, what the hell have they been working on? Okay, this is what they've been working on, ladies and gentlemen. Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet announcement trailer. Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
All right, cool.
What the hell does that say?
It says
what a bunch of gibberish.
It says here
the
we
suffering
go.
of generations must be endured to achieve our divine end. And then a subtitle that says it as well. Nice.
Ancient Cimmerian scripture.
This is captured on actual PS5 Pro. Okay.
Okay, wow. I'm feeling the greatness. I'm feeling the 4K. Wow, man. Now I want to get a PS5 Pro. I mean, look at this. Look what I'll be missing if I play on my base PS5.
Direction for Naughty Dog going from Uncharted to The Last of Us to this. I don't think anyone was expecting this.
Okay, see, that's cool. Cool anime. I vibe with that. I hope we go watch full episodes of that. Oh, now we got. Here we go. This is number one nonsense.
All right, finally a perfect cue ball. The hairdo I've always wanted.
What if she just likes the look? Wait, what?
All right, finally a perfect cue ball. The hairdo I've always wanted, but my mom wouldn't let me do.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, how dare she
Hold
want
on, let me
to
apply
not
my
have
turtle
hair?
wax.
Wow. I can't believe it. People like not having hair? Wow. Wow, I can't believe that. What is she, stupid?
Jordan,
Tell me something good.
well, you're right, it checks out. He's hiding out around the Cimmerian moon.
Okay. I don't know what's up with the closed captions. They are so desynced that they're distracting. I'm turning them off.
How is that excellent? He's next to fucking Cimmeria. No one has left that planet in number 6.
So basically, it's Alien. I mean, is it not? It's the 80s
It literally said Cimmerian, and he was like, did you think that was an actual civilization?
hybrid of the future where everything's a tube TV. So this is Alien.
Man,
They
dude,
copied Alien.
They copied Alien.
You worry too much.
But he wants the soccer game to copy Fortnite.
You know what, I worry just the way.
This is a cool reference, though. And I'm sorry, this is more of a dog on DSP. So gamers, you get have a little vacation on that. I like this style. I like the retro aesthetic in the future. I'll die on that hill. I watched the show Severance. Love the style of using old hardware. I don't give a fuck about where's that's not futuristic. If you want the future, go fucking shove your head in a toilet.
Say, we wait for him to leave, or how about we find a new lead? He's not worth it. I'm wasting my time, aren't I?
Can you please claim him? I don't need another hunter swooping in.
Who is swooping? No one is crazy enough to go there.
He clearly is.
He is clearly desperate.
Wait a minute.
And
Did you
so
see
am I,
the screen?
so
Dude,
claim
look.
Hold
him,
on.
or I
They
will
show that
claim
screen
him.
again.
steal your
The person they're talking about, he's not worth it.
I like
He's a
her
real
design,
actor.
though.
I recognize his face. He was on the screen up there.
Really? I don't even know who that is. And I watch
Hey, you're
movies.
the boss.
Yeah, look. That's a real actor. What's his name? God, I can't remember his name.
I feel like
That 100%, so they got
you
him for
read
the
it on-
game. That real life actor.
Yeah, I read this on Twitter. That's why I didn't know.
Thank you.
Listen, kid.
But she has a tattoo on her
The
neck. No one's
surprise
talking about
twist-
that?
This was the girl from The Last of Us 2 who was excommunicated because they said they were another gender. Remember that? The same person.
So you... Wow, okay.
That would be something. They tie the two together. That'd be insane. All right, obviously it's not, but yeah.
Obviously it's not. Okay.
Okay, I do have to ask a question. What is it recently now?
Oh my god.
All these games now have to take this route of it's the future, but it's the future if our technology never advanced.
Try
it's the
hard,
TV
try hard,
1980s
try
version
hard,
of the future.
try
You know,
hard.
Starfield just did it.
Let's shit on this cool idea because it's not futuristic. Fucking jump off a cliff.
Aliens is still doing it. Why is this?
Because
the
it's
new
cool.
in
It's
vogue
fucking
thing?
cool. This is the cool. It's the meme where it says like,
If this is the future, why are everything so tube?
and it's like like right behind it is like something that's actually cool or whatever the fuck. It's that meme. It's cool. I don't fucking give a fuck. Oh, this wouldn't be enough flat screens. No more fucking touchscreen bullshit. Enough of that. Let us have this. We have erased tube TVs from our everyday lives. Don't erase it from our games. Everyone's saying, "Oh, don't remove boobs from games." This that. This is my fucking thing. If they start erasing the boobs, the tube TVs and cool old retro technology, then I'm gonna cry about fucking woke futures and DEI new hardware, whatever the equivalent is for hardware. Then I'll be mad. Then I'm gonna revolt. Then I'll go off.
Right? Like, why not just have the real future with LEDs and flat screens and the technology we have today?
No,
advance
fuck that
further
shit.
with holograms.
Fuck that shit.
Everyone wants
Fuck
to do this
that
retro,
shit. Fuck holograms. Fuck flat screens.
CRT
Fuck,
future. I
fuck
don't get
that
it.
shit.
I don't, how
fuck
did this
that
become
shit.
the norm now?
Fuck.
It's the new steampunk. I guess that's true. It's a fad. Steampunk was a fad. Now the 80s version
Don't
of the
compare
future
this
is a
to
fad.
steampunk is literal slop stuff. It's cool, sure, but it's kind of slop. It has a slop attitude sometimes. This shit will always be cool. I don't give a fuck who makes it. DSP could make something that have CRTs and I'll stand for it. But if we're gonna go with the fucking hologram bullshit, I'm out. I'd say fuck off. I'm all for this. That was the one thing I liked about Starfield. My one thing I liked was the aesthetic, and that was it. That's where the good stuff ends.
Even the old dials. Look at the CDs. Things that we don't even use
Why not
now
vinyls? Oh, that's a downgrade. Where's the vinyls at? Okay, this song is pretty cool. Oh, Adidas?
Adidas?
Hell
Are
yeah.
you kidding? Did you see that product placement? Adidas?
Cool shoes. Adidas are cool shoes. Again, coolest thing ever. And that shit on it.
Porsche? What is with all the
Porsche?
product placement?
You know what? Honestly, okay, you know what? This is where I'm gonna draw the line. How could she afford a Porsche? Or a Porsche? It's pronounced Porsche, apparently. How could she afford one? On a bounty hunter paycheck. They don't get paid all the time. So she has a Porsche. Did she steal it? That's the only thing I could think of. Because you can't tell me she just happened to buy a Porsche. She just had that kind of money laying around in this economy? Yeah, fucking right. I don't fucking... You know what? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna dock this. Neil Druckmann is a hack. He's telling the world that a bounty hunter would be able to afford a Porsche. A Porsche, really? That a bounty hunter. We have inflation right now in 2024. You're telling me by however year this is, inflation doesn't go out of control? Yeah, fucking right. She can afford a Porsche. Get out of here. I'm back to skeptical land. This is bullshit. This game. Okay, we got some Porsche pay them for this, but it doesn't make any fucking sense. Now, if she was driving like a Toyota, Honda, Ford, I'd get it. I get it. The only way I can accept this is if like she was a nepo baby, like her parents were rich and like, oh, here's your spaceship, that's a Porsche, have fun, and then she's like, fuck you, mom and dad, I'm going to be a bounty hunter instead of a fucking doctor, and then they're like, where did we go wrong? She didn't want to be a doctor in this economy. That's the story. That's why she's a bounty hunter. It's all adding up. It's all adding up.
Porsche?
I wish it was more like a chainsaw, though. I will say, it'd be cooler with a chainsaw.
It's not combat gameplay. That's bullshit.
No way. I did not know that. I'm glad you told that. I would never have figured that out.
So, it's basically a combination of, like, Guardians of the Galaxy with Alien.
Oh my god.
It's a mission. It's like a
yeah,
pop
Guardians of the
culture-
Galaxy invented space and bounty hunters. That never existed before or after, right? This is kind of a try-hard thing to shit on this game for, because it's like, come on. Hopefully we don't have fucking, did I do that? Well, I just did this with my sword.
Sure, mishmash. That's what it feels like to me. Like we took this thing over here that's popular, this thing over here that's popular, this thing over here that's popular, and they just smashed it together. Oh,
He liked games for doing this, but he hates other games for doing the same thing too. It's the same thing I kind of fucking called him out on for Horizon. He shot on Horizon for being a mishmash of other games, but loved the fuck out of Ghost of Sushi for mishmashing other games. Or being a ripoff of Ass Creed. And now this comes out, and it's really like, you can tell if there's like at least a air of negativity, he'll try to he'll fence at it by saying he'll be cautiously optimistic and then be like, yeah, it's kind of bad. Yeah, I see why it's bad. Like, dude, come on. I mean, I'm not a Neilhead, but I kind of am, like, vibing with the style of this game. Yeah, I said it.
by the way,
again.
throw some branding in there for recognition. Get some Adidas.
He wanted fucking branding recognition for that soccer game. He wanted that trailer for the soccer game with, dude, it's primo for licensed ideas. Imagine soccer with Sly Cooper versus Kratos, and then they dance. But now when this has like this Adidas and Porsche, it's like, guys, they're doing this for brand recognition. I mean, I guess you could argue, well, one's like a sports game, whatever, and then this is like a narrative, but like MGS4 had a fucking iPod and MacBooks. A MacBook was a pivotal part of the fucking story, by the way. What computer did Sonny use to hack the Patriots? That's right, a MacBook. You're telling me that was okay, but this game having shoes that are Adidas brand, that's too far. Oh, okay, man.
Get the Porsche car, get this and that. What? I don't know about this one. I really don't know about this one, especially because immediately, the protagonist has to be, a female who has to shave her head.
She has to shave her head, guys. I can't believe it. A female who has to shave her head. Because we have so many. We have, Last of Us 2, that character. Ripley, Alien 3. I think they shaved the girl's hair in V for Vendetta, so that's another one. But that's a movie. I mean, I listed 2 movies. I'm trying to look at my, like, figures. Do we have a figure of a bald woman? No. They just had to do it, right? They just had to do it. I mean, really? Like, if a dude is bald, no one bats an eye. A woman is bald? What the she's not even bald. She shaves her head. Wow. Wow, guys. I mean, and this is another thing I will say. I mean, you don't have to like the style. I mean, I'm not saying that the style is, like, factually good, but the argument of, like, that, I gotta hear this argument
This
again.
one. I really don't know about this one.
This adds
Especially
it, I
because
guess.
immediately, the protagonist has to be, a female who has to shave her head.
Saying that as if it's like she has to. Like, what if they just want her to have her head be shaved? Why can we have more variety in our women? Every woman character has had hair. Like, we have one character that I could think of, maybe two, that had a shaved head, and it's like, why? And it's like, why not? Why does this character need to have hair? And you can say, well, then why does she not need to have hair? Exactly. If the argument of saying why does she need to have hair is the rebuttal of why does she need to be shaved, it's like at that point it's just a design choice. They designed a character. It's like we like this because it may go with the character more. I mean, what if this character just likes not wanting to deal with hair or whatever? Like I just don't think that like it's one thing to say I don't like the design, I don't whatever, and that's fine. I mean, I dislike a lot of characters based on their design, but to act as if like how dare they do it, or like, oh, they do this to fill a checkbox, is kind of a stupid argument for this. It's like, it's just a design, man, and it's fine. I like the design. You don't have to like it, but I like it. Let it be. Let the artists make their own designs. Enough of this. Okay.
Head,
they need hair
completely, which of course, it goes against cultural norms for a female to shave her head. Now she's like G.I. Jane.
And we got G.I. Jane, and against cultural norms. But the thing is, there are women that do that though. There are people that shave their head and prefer not to have hair. Like, this has been a style. It's a hairstyle. And he's like, well, they do this against cultural norms. I mean, sure, they can say that all they want, but it's still a hairstyle at the end of the day. What is DSP saying when he gets a fade? Does he need that fade? Is he going against the norm of boomers having fades, of not having fades?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
And then to also add on top of that, to assume that it's some kind of statement to have this kid to have a shaved head when it's like, it could very easily just be that they like the design. And of course, it's probably going to become a statement because people are going to start shitting on it, and then they're going to say, well, deal with it. Like, dude, it's just a design. Ugh.
I guess we'll have to see. I want to see more.
That's like saying, why is Igus' hair blonde?
Not real combat at all. You could tell.
Of course, it'd be blonde. Why not brown?
So, here's the thing. Like, this is
why
really
can't she
Neil
be Greek?
Druckmann's last chance to make something worth playing, because since he started controlling Naughty Dog, I'm sorry, it's just been downhill. Before he was in charge of the studio, they were making hit games in Uncharted.
Again, how does he know that a lot of these decisions are based on Neil Druckmann and not other factors? Like, there's a lot of things that go into things being made, right? Like, a lot of factors.
The Last of Us 1, he takes control and just tanks everything. Now, the thing doesn't mean that the games didn't sell, but he definitely tanked the reputation of the studio among gamers. Like, I just want a good game. I don't want you shoving agendas down my...
Again, this is just a glimpse of a game that doesn't even have a release date, and he's talking about agendas and all this other stuff that we don't even know what the game's about, other than, like, it deals with religion. Like, that's the only thing he said. I guess that's political, but at the same time, there's been so many games about religion. Witcher 4, supposedly, from what he saw, talking about religion. So it's already, like, it's not insane to assume a story could be about religion.
I don't want you telling me this is the new norm. I just want to play a good game.
But, at the same... Like, this is dumb, too. This new norm nonsense, though. So, this is set in the future in space, right? So, if they say the norm in space in the future is, people can dye their skin purple or whatever, right? So DSP is gonna be mad that it's saying that that's the new norm? Dude, it's in the future.
So if the game is good, fine, but already you're starting to see it. As soon as it opens, like, what is this? What is he doing? Here we go again. He already said this is his last game.
Neil, okay.
He said, I got one more big game in me. Good. I hope that after this he retires. Because I feel like Naughty Dog needs better leadership.
No, I think he should make more.
If he would step down and
Let him
someone
make
else
more.
with a brain would fucking step up there instead of just, emotions, then they make better games.
Oh my god, dude, what's wrong with emotions?
We just need to see that again.
What? Like, again, this dude talks about how video games are art, but then when it does art things, he hates it. part of like getting an emotional response is part of art. That's why people resonate with other games, because all of it is art. Obviously not all games are art, but if you're just developing a game with the intention of making art or whatever, which a lot of these games go with that mentality, you're gonna feel something about it.
Leadership. So we'll see what happens. At least it's a completely different thing. It's not The Last of Us 3 or but you know what's funny, because I almost said it's not The Last of Us 2 resold again, but they are. The Last of Us 2 is getting a PC port, the remastered version, in next year, like April. And everyone was like, what the fuck? Like, what? No, we don't want to buy it a 17th time, you idiot.
Yeah, that has been done to
Anyway.
whatever. They've been porting games to PC. Shocker.
That is a huge roundup of trailers, guys, that I wanted to look at today. So I hope that you enjoyed that. Yeah, that was, I knew that was for number one. I didn't like Borderlands 3 today. Okay, we adjourn the show and we get. Yeah, I'm sorry, Game Boy. I guess Game Boy really likes Borderlands. At one point, Ellipsian says best game awards ever in terms of game announcements. Maybe. There was a ton of announcements. Not a lot of concrete info.
All right, enough of that. We're gonna do a vibe check on his little stream before I wrap it up. Let's see what's going on in DSP. Didn't change the title of the stream. That's cool. Chill Podcast, the new heroes in Marvel.
That for a random stream, maybe I'll just do some Call of Duty, because I haven't done Call of Duty now in a while. And I think that I could do a random stream of it.
I remember he shat on this.
It could be pretty fun, I feel. We'll see what happens.
He shat on Call of Duty. Let's go to the cold open. Now that my headphones work like normal. Let's hear what he hypes up about this fucking podcast.
Good morning, everyone. On today's show, we've got chill vibes and everything actually working. Yeah, I think for the first time in about 2 weeks, we may actually have everything working, except I botched it. Look at this. Look at the leaderboard. Anyway, today, I don't have much to talk about.
Why does he Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays? Where's the holiday cheer?
Possibly a little bit of a follow-up on yesterday's, discussion. So, it'll be a more chill vibe, and it'll be very fun on today's episode of the show. But I think that we should talk about a few things, including the upcoming schedule, DS politics, and more. So, sit back and relax. Get ready to chill.
DSP politics. All right. That is it for this video. Thank you for watching. Sorry for the mini tech difficulty that I don't know what happened. I still don't know what happened. I'm assuming that it might have to do with the Bluetooth receiver or something, because the way I fixed it was I turned off the Bluetooth and I turned it back on. Or at least I turned it off for these and I turned it back on and it worked fine. So it must be on the computer's end. Hopefully the video isn't fucked up. It shouldn't be. If it is, I'm gonna cry, but whatever. If it isn't, you'll see this video and I'll look really stupid. But thank you for watching. It's time to get there you go. You get all these Teddy sound effects, guys. That's stuff. We haven't heard Mitsuru in a long ass time.
You're confused. Do you know your left from right?
Yeah, do I know my left from right? I don't know.
Do not dismiss him, or you will get hurt.
You will get hurt.
Did you think that would be enough to shake me? How foolish.
You know what? That was me when the tech app was going on. When the tech mishaps
Did you think that would be enough to shake me?
You think that was going to shake me?
How
foolish. Even though he kind of did.
Are you in a state of fear? Out of my way!
Oh man, the way she says this.
Out of my way! Out of my way! Out of my way!
I love it.
You can't block! I'm at a loss for words here. I believe that it can be overcome.
I believe so too.
Out of my way!
Out of my way. Alright. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye. Again. See you next time.